a man that is way too good at Minesweeper, the Bonte Beast, and anything else that you can possibly think of. The Eye and the Eye of Corn, Zealand is here! The Eye and the Eye of Corn? What is going on? Question that sentence the appropriate amount. It doesn't make any sense. You obviously don't.
Tighten up.
You obviously haven't questioned that sentence enough. It makes absolutely no sense. I appreciate it though. Afro Chuck for the 11 months as part of the Hammers. Looking forward to that golden bacon, my dude. MJ Castanis, thank you for the Twitch Prime. I hope you are doing super well today. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. It is good to be back for our last week of streams before I disappear for 2.5 weeks and then reappear somewhere across the world. You know what I'm saying? I disappear and then I reappear somewhere across the world.
Oh look, it's the Holo Chat X.
Ardwolf, thank you so much for the 4 months and looking forward to your silver bacon in a couple. Henry with the 7 months.
4 months, heck to the yeah.
Oh, heck to the heck to the yeah, man. On a tier 2 from Henry FM. Fun Time Think, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Enjoy the bacon and the emotes, my dude. And Shaw, thank you for the 11.
Been away for a small while, but finally all caught up. Up the hammers.
Up the hammers, Shaw. Red Dwarf, thank you so much for the 2 months as part of the Hammers. McCullis, thank you for the 2 months as well. That's right, guys. This is the last week of streams until I go on a family vacation and then move again. But great news, fabulous news. This is the last time that I should be moving for a while. That I know I went to school, you know, and before that I was all over the place in hotel rooms and stuff. And then I was home for the first part of the pandemic. Then I went to get a master's degree, right? Moved up to Syracuse and moved to Indianapolis to finish the degree. But this will be the last one for a while. The flags will be back up. An entire room will be dedicated to streaming. Fun things will be happening, right? Like good things will be happening at the other end of this. The price to be paid is that I won't be streaming for the entire first half of September. I will not be moving for the entire first half of September. Or streaming. I will be, well, I'll be in a family vacay for most of it. Don't worry, we're gonna vlog some of it. I've never done that before, but we are gonna vlog some of it, guys. I feel like it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. No hard dates yet. I should be up and fully functional by like September, like 20th, 21st. Gotta refresh the battery. I mean, family vacation, you just don't turn down family vacations. And then the last week of that is going to be acquiring and then moving my stuff to where we will be moving. And so, you know, the family vacay is like 2 weeks, and then there's the like actual moving to the place. The Rosens, congrats on your silver bacon. Thank you for the 6 months, my dude. Callum.
Hey Zed, I think I have managed to find a tactic that works. Hopefully I don't get relegated out of Serie B. Much love, hope you well.
I am well. Congratulations on the tactic, Callum, and congratulations on the 14 months. I'm not telling Stay, that's why I'm not saying it. Last stream Friday until at least September 20th. Yes, that is correct. Last
Wish
stream
you all
Friday
the best
until at
for
least
the
September
upcoming
20th.
Stuff, smile.
Thank you so much, Deshepple. I appreciate the 17 months. And Matt, 5 months. Oh,
How on earth have I been spt for 5 months? Anyways, thanks Zed for all the happy time streams and good times, also helping me fall in love with FM. Keep being amazing, bro, and up the dragons.
hot tub stream on the family vacation. I feel like the Jeff would be into that. Hello, Zealand. I've been watching the Oriental Dragon series on YouTube. Been loving it. Tempest, I'm glad you're digging it. Siphon, thank you for the prime. Welcome to the Hammers. Spending $5 of Bezos money. Tommy likes egg. Thank you for the prime as well. Same to you. Make sure you get in the subsection of the Discord. And Jacksonus, thank you for the prime. Enjoy the bacon and the emotes. And Convis with the gifted to Max. Max, enjoy the bacon, enjoy the emotes. Get in the subsection of the Discord. It's what I'm talking about. Land Day with the 10 months. I see you out here closing in on that golden bacon. But that's the situation. We've got a week of streams, and then we're on a break for essentially 3 weeks. It's not actually a break. It's a family vacation and then a move.
Keeps the doctor away. Up the dragons. Love you, Zia less than 3.
Much love, dude. All right. One more thing to do, and then we'll get down into the corner. And more importantly, we will get down to business. Hello, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Hello.
4 months of
okay,
watching Zealand.
guess we're done.
Esteban
Right,
play a
that's
game
cool.
I am still scared by. I'm understanding it better now, but I've gotten so invested in it, and I'm convinced it wouldn't be the same without you.
Oh, it would,
Thanks
Slar,
for
but
all
thank
you do,
you.
homie. And here's some Bezos bucks.
The Bezos
Less
bucks.
than 3.
Slar with the 4 months. I appreciate that. Red Dwarf, thank you for the 100 bits as well. Guys, we're vibing. YouTube's been greeted. Mika Westerholm is being sold, which you'll remember is necessary because we accidentally gave him $1 million a year after 5
In
international
unrelated
caps.
news, I can't count, but numbers are fake news anyway, so it's fine.
Numbers are fake news, but thank you for the 13 months. Golden bacon, technically, for the Nukem. Appreciate it, my dude. Congrats. Enjoy the ultimate status symbol. Hello, YouTube and future me. Nailed it. Topped up today to 6 months, even though I'm only 2 months into the sub. Happy to be a member of an elite online. What was that? Gaming community. Says Red Dwarf. That's what's going on. Hood Luckless, thank you for the 5 months with the Twitch Prime. He had silver bacon next month, dude. Yeah, we may have accidentally given this guy $936,000 a year after 5 international caps, which is possible for him to reach because he has appeared for the Finnish national team. Kind of important that we sell him and get him off the books. And so, Mika, good riddance, my lad. This man spent 6 years as part of ODFC. And not at any point did we think this guy had a freaking chance. I did, actually, because at one point he had like that 5-star potential, but then immediately started not improving at all and just apparently was terrible. And that was it. Mika, goodbye. Signed him at, I think it was 18 years old. Yee. Tuntus, thank you for the 4 months. Listen to that silver bacon. Look at all the immunities, you know. ODFC legend. He never appeared for the first team, not even in a cup match, but he made us $350,000 after 6 years. Was too busy to watch the streams, but I caught up in the Twitch video. Can't believe you sold JJ Men before he had a chance to play with KJ Men. That's cruel and unusual. It is. It is cruel and unusual, but at the same time, we maximize the value. We're over 100 million in the balance right now on maximized value for those players. And my goodness, I want to move Kevin Barrientos in this window because he wants to be a star player, which of course with 3 up-and-coming star center backs, that is not something that I would like to do. I would not like to give another center back a star player role. Big boss man, Manuel Guardiol. Nope. They're all terrible.
How about giving Onsi number 37 next season to honor Jari Litmanen's time at Liverpool?
Onsi is really a one-of-a-kind player. Even if we're gonna homage, I think Onsi, what's he wear right now? 44. I think we can keep him on that. It's not a Yuspe. It's not a bad idea, Juspe, but he's such a unique player. I don't know if we can pay homage to a previous generation.
What ODFC player would be the most likely to pull a pet and throw back an item thrown at him from the crowd?
Oyiriwath. Easy answer, Pat Breeze. Thank you for the 8 months. The angriest man in the world, Emmanuel Oyiriwath. Ruben Dross, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Here's okay, let's talk about the niece thing for a second. Because I have not seen a lot of people going to Dimitri Payet and going, "What's wrong with you, mate? Why'd you throw the ball back?" But there is always that contingent that blows into the they blow back in a certain direction. And they're like, "Well, why? He threw it back. That's really what started the fight here. He was reckless behavior. He's a professional athlete. He should be able to handle that." That's just I hate that. So I have never had a bottle thrown at me. Maybe I've just lived a really charmed life. I'm definitely not a professional player. But if somebody throws a bottle at me, it's dangerous, Should he have thrown it back? No, he shouldn't have thrown it back. But do I blame him for starting the fight? Do I think he is at fault because he's the guy that threw it back? Also, no. He should not have thrown it back. But you can't just run around with impunity throwing bottles at people at the same time. You hope they would just be able to catch the guy and give him a stadium ban or whatever for throwing a bottle at it. But then there were 45 more people just threw bottles at Payet. It's one of those things. I don't blame him, but at the same time, when you sign for Marseille, you'll need to deal with that from opposing fans. Why? Why are we throwing bottles at people? In the United States, they don't even give you bottles. They give you open top cups. Now, obviously, that's more of addressing the result than the cause, which is just people being cretins. But why are we throwing bottles? What's going on? We could also just not throw bottles and just sit in the stand and go, "Your mama's so fat that when she wears yellow, I thought she was a taxi." Right? What happened to those good old days? You just do that. Right? Do we really need to throw a bottle? I mean, maybe his hairstylist should be throwing a bottle at him for whatever he's got on top of his head. But we don't just and don't shout horrible obscenities from the stands, but if you're like, "Hey, Dimitri," hold on. "Dimitri, your hair looks like a couple of tree stumps." That's fine. Do that. Just let it rip from the. Don't don't become Mexico fans, okay? Nobody likes Mexico fans. All right, don't do it. 500
Personally, I think
bits.
It's bias. If this happened in England, then we'd be labeled thugs. In France, they're named nice fans.
I saw the tweet though, Stormtrooper. Apparently, sad Mexico fan noises. I don't think I've ever established more of a rivalry in my life than Zealand versus Mexico fans. Not most Mexico fans, right? But those Mexico fans, right? The ones that hit Gio Reyna in the head with a cup full of, yellow snow. fans get away with that stuff too often. And I don't mean it like the players should be able to run in the stands and start a brawl. I mean, like, fans, you gotta just chill, man. What other setting, right? What other setting could you just throw a bottle at somebody and nobody cares? But there's no other setting in life where you can do that. War is actually an acceptable answer. While it's probably a bad idea to throw a bottle at somebody, it is acceptable. I appreciate you taking the time to answer the question. But there are not a large number of settings where you can throw a bottle at another human being, right? And get away with it. There aren't. This isn't the madhouse. This isn't like a tavern in the 1400s, right? You can't just throw a bottle at a human being and be like, "What's up?" Yeah, if you come after me, I'm pressing charges. Like, that's not how that works. Everybody got a price. Barrientos, yeah, everybody's got a price. If they want to meet that price, I'd be happy to sell them. Everybody's looking for something. Are we supposed to play a Super Cup at some point? I feel like they're going to just schedule that randomly. Jorginho with the gifted sub. My dude, Guido, welcome to the Hammers. Simon Lamont, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome to the Hammers as well. Up the Swindon for Mimic. Thank you for the 2 months in the Prime. Ruben Drost, appreciate the Prime again. Pat Bariz, thank you for the 8 months. I don't know the answer. I mean, there's people that are just like, well, what do you do with fans, right? Fans are out of control. It's like, I don't know. Make the sport less important, or I feel like, you know, education is probably what it comes back to. If you really want to, like, hack society, right? What's it all about, then? Education, probably. Right? That helps, usually. Maliev with the gifted subs! To Split Punch, Shaggy, Captain Murica, Mad Gamer Guy, and Explico. Welcome to the Hammers. Maliev, the leader in gifted subs this month. What an absolute mad lad. Aristides for Felis. No. Michelle DeBoer, no. James Sunday. Maybe, but like, did you see how expensive the wage was? Russell Sturrock? It's possible, which is exciting because he's Scottish, and if it's possible, I would definitely do it. If we go from the possible to the probable, I would definitely do it. All right, guys, if you haven't been around with us with transfer window before, we have Clabinho, Barrientos, Matias, Melgar, Zamudio, and Borges on that transfer list. Looking to find moves away from the club. Jafar Barham, Jose Almeida's got Burnley sniffing around the goods. We have found the limit to Jose Almeida's ability. The limit is not over 9,000. We have found a potential ability limit on him, and not Bakari Dindane somehow. And I would assume not Duarte. Dude, if they want Saad Abdulhamir Jassim for 33 million, I won't stop them. That's a lot of money.
Greetings from 4Arbeck.
I need a big money offer, please. We've gotten up to like mid 30s. But we know there's more money in this. We were getting a 55 million rumor from Zenit. I would take that 50 if they come on in at the 50. I would take it. Rob Rocks, thank you so much for the 6 months as part of the Hammers. Are KJ Men and JJ Men related? I don't believe so. You can call Petr Todorov Pesha. That's what we call Peterson, Bulgaria. Okay. Gonna make sure it's not like a bad word in Bulgarian. All right. Checks out to me according to some random website I've read, so we're good. Why are we traveling? We're playing at home. Oh, I think we were in Germany still.
Up the dragons.
I think so. Molly, thank you for extending your sub through October, though, dude. You 123 gifted subs this month, an absolute beast. Jim Bob Bruce, thank you for the 3 months as well. Congrats on toasting your bacon, which is nice. We put the money on the table, please.
Yo Z. Kinda wonder which American football, soccer fan base is the most wholesome ever. It's a shame that we have so many toxic fans around the world, but I wonder if you know the non-hateful ones.
Same, we have so many toxic fans around the world, but I wonder if you know the non-hateful ones. Abdul Karim Toure. I'd love for you to play in Portugal. I would like to keep the love in Portugal, doing more strength training. Physical, resistance, and then a match review. There we go, we got this book done. Sorry. Thank you for the tall parfait. Congrats on the 1 year, dude. Which American football or soccer fan base is the most wholesome? Philadelphia NFL fans threw snowballs at Santa Claus because they were losing one time. That's the opposite direction that you wanted me to go. I just think it's hilarious. That's a true story. You can look it up. Somebody did a whole like news story on it and everything. Like one of those sports documentaries about like what really happened with Philadelphia fans threw snowballs at Santa. Like one of those. Like they were losing and Santa came out at halftime and the Eagles fans just had enough. Just let it rip. But parfait, the most wholesome.
About to play a UCL final as underdogs. Any tips?
Oh, set your tactic up for the one game. Don't have, don't be afraid of being Pep. Don't have that in your back head, like in the back of your head. Figure out exactly how to play against this one team. Where are they going to hit you from? How can you shut it down? How can you get your players in the best position? And do not be afraid, especially if you're the worst team, to kind of leave it dependent on, we're going to need somebody to make a play to score a goal, but we're going to be able to take away and limit their chances. Do not be afraid to leave it on that. Would you say Bills fans are nice? Yeah, huge Cubs fans. Wrigley Field, I mean, that's baseball. Wrigley Field's known as the friendly confines because the team is usually so bad that you can come there and expect to win and have a good time. Yeah, Ginster, but Indy fans also booed Andrew Luck when he retired. When the announcement of his retirement like snuck out during the game, they booed their like starting quarterback of 9 years. Like, franchises are generally good at honoring their greats when they like come back to play. You know, it's not something that strikes me as super weird. Matthias is under contract until the end of next year. I mean, this is something we should get an offer for him now. We really should. Green Bay owning the team is definitely a possibility. Minnesota Vikings fans, I've always thought were really wholesome.
I heard that New Zealand are so good at sleeping that you do it with your eyes closed. Pog up the Dragoons.
C+. Thank you for the 500 bits, Big McGuire, Houseboy. Classic Katie, appreciate the 9 months as well. And Funzai, dude, we just had two Twitch children. Funzai with the 9 months. Classic Katie with the 9 months. Parfait, it's a fair question. I would say probably Green Bay or Minnesota. If you're going like NFL teams that are wholesome, like the fan bases that are wholesome, they're not annoying. They're not necessarily like Green Bay is definitely won. They have 2 Super Bowls or no, 4 Super Bowls. They won 2 way back and they've won 2 recently. I think. I know they've won 2 recently. I think it was 2. It might have been 3 like in the 60s. But Green Bay's got really wholesome fans. They own the team. Minnesota's fans are generally, they're very good fans, but they're not like mean. Obviously, somebody's probably had
just had my best player get hit by a car and out for 7 months just before the season opener.
Somebody has that improved injury mod. Hit by a car. Well, that's something for the Sun to write about, so. Graham Souness over in the corner. But was Paul Pogba driving the car? We have to look at who was behind the wheel of the vehicle. You see what he said, where he's like, there's some question marks about Erling Haaland. He hasn't done it in our league. I'm pretty sure that like the Blitz is still going on in Graham Souness' mind. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. I've heard a lot of dumb things. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Graham Souness, shut up. Souness, I don't even know how to say his name. He pops up everywhere. He's a walking meme. Souness, that's how irrelevant he is. I can't say his name. I have never said it out loud in my life. That was the first time I've ever said it out loud. The guy is so loathsome. I think he's leaning into it because he's saying things that are so like unobjectionably dumb. He's definitely leaning into it. There's no way. Not being able to pursue a move to Pauk. Unfortunate. Hi, Matthias. The finances weren't right. I would like 7 million, please. Thank you. However, as a player, he was so much. It's a shame that can't buy you a brain. Simon Lamont, thank you for the gifted sub to Tempest. Welcome to the Hammer Show, Rowdy. I appreciate the 4 months, by the way. Either he's leaning into it, in which case he's baiting and he's a jerk. Or he's not leaning into it and he's an idiot. He has 2 options. Those are his 2 options. I am of the opinion that he actually believes what he's saying. In which case he thinks that for some reason Erling Haaland doing it in the German league, scoring like literally a goal per game. Graham Souness is over here like, yeah, but Harvey Elliott's got wonderful hair, you know, like man is a problem.
Been an honor.
It's been an honor. Rational Palm, thank you for the 4 months. Thanks for being part of the Hammers, dude. I appreciate it. Ja! Wow! Thank you for the 5 gifted. Tiago, Just Man, Will, Charlie, and Far. Welcome to the Hammers. Sinus is a Liverpool player. He's biased. Paul Pogba had 4 assists. And this is after years of people making fun of how he goes after Paul Pogba. This was what like completely sent me over the edge when I was like, wait, this isn't just like an internet meme. This guy is like actually just a huge issue. He gets 4 assists. And Graham Souness is like, oh, that's what he's supposed to do. I'm like, Barcelona paid 120 million for Ousmane Dembele, and the guy can't duct tape his thighs together enough to play 20 games in a season. United paid 20 million less for this guy.
Wait, you expect pundits to not rile up viewers?
I don't think he's baiting it, because most pundits don't do this. Right? I mean, City just spent $100 million on Jack Grealish, who, like, Grealish or Pogba, in terms of, you know, Juventus Pogba, right? Like, oh my God. And he's like, well, he got 4 assists, you know, just stone cold, straight faced. He got 4 assists. That's what we expect out of him. If he does that on average, he's the greatest player of all time. Like, look, it's not Dembele's fault. I feel bad for people to get hurt like that, but like, it's just a ridiculous thing to say. If that's what you expect to get from a $100 million player, Barcelona's the best team in the world. It's just like a bad take.
Did you hear Mortal Kombat was based on an old Scandinavian church song? That's right, it was based on a Finnish hymn.
A+. That's an A+ from Callum Turnbull. Outstanding. I'd never heard that. That was brilliant. Thank you for sharing that with the world, Callum. Thank you. That was a tremendous, honorific display. Okay. Duarte, Daher, Godsikis, Silva, Pereira. Switch those boys around. Carolinian, Cerna, Godsikis, Daher, Duarte, Eastgrim. Ali Fowler's supposed to be over here as well. This whole dripping faucet noise is rather unsettling. I don't like it. It makes me have to go to the bathroom. Yeah, this is the right setup. Ukan Gishkan. Are they about to drop $5.5 million for Gökhan Ushkan? Bram Sinis is like Skip Bayless. I'd take that. Yeah, just like these incredibly terrible takes. I do think the guy's good. We negotiated this whole transfer. He's decided to sign with us, which was the question. We didn't want to decide if we wanted to sign him until he decided to sign with us. We like a good perfectionist. You know, we like a good perfectionist, somebody that can cross, somebody with the shakes and the bakes. The intelligence is an issue. He doesn't see the field super well. What are the best personalities other than model citizen, model professional, perfectionist, resolute? That adaptability issue is actually a really serious concern because he's 23. We'd want to get some improvement out of him if we were able to flip him for some kind of profit. We're struggling to sell wings for value as it is, and his wage is pretty significant. Unambitious if you have a great player in the lower leagues. Honestly, that's true. Like, I'm not going to do this. The wage is a lot of money for a guy that's not going to be a regular player. He came available for such a low amount of money, too. And with that personality and with the potential that we have him judged for, he should get better. He should become a force. Maybe free, but 5 million up front for your commission. Tonesy, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome to the Hammers. He's 23. There's no way he'll improve that much. It's not necessarily true. Jason Cerna's improved at a more advanced age. If you got the right personality, anything's possible. Hi, Burnley. What's up? Squad numbers to be decided. I think our number 20 speaks for itself. Daher, not only is he still in the Argentinian national team, he is the reigning European golden boy. João Silva stays our number 12. Even though Armando Pereira honestly grabs more goals. Let's check this. Garay, Dindane, Barrientos, or Urawath ends up on the 6. Where's Katsikis?
How does he compare to the wingers at the club? Zamudio Mabasajissim? If he is better than any of them, just get him in for 5.
We need to leave a spot open for like the actual big signing. We need to leave a spot open for a guy that's like the big baller.
Poggers.
These transfers for Matthias. Oh, Bordeaux just put down 6 million. I think I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna miss you, Jose, but his contract comes up at the end of the year. We got to get something for him. I swear that didn't even come into the area. Why does Ivan Minich get a number? Ivan Minich doesn't deserve a number. I said 4 and 9 are open. Well, let's get Ali Fowler. No, Palmeiros. Did Palmeiros like not have a number? Let's get him on 4. And Ali Fowler can stay 25, and Palmeiros becomes 4. I know 9 doesn't have it, but I don't know if we have a guy that I want to give 9 to. Pereira wants the 10. We give 12 to our top scorer, which is Shaw Silva. And Boysen Philander's on the 11. I don't know if I have the guts to give Boysen the 9. That talismanic 9 shirt, you know? It doesn't matter. Submit! I'm not Sean Dyke. These things don't matter to me. Mr. FM Twitch, thank you for that. Toratera, I appreciate the 3 months as well. Tonesy, enjoy the bacon, enjoy the emotes, and make sure you get in the subsection of the Discord, my dude. But welcome in. Mr. FM Twitch, I hope you had a great stream. Hope you're doing well. I know Jose Matias. Last year's contract. Time for him, it would seem, to move on to greener pastures. He barely featured last year with the rise of our comfort with Oyirawath. There we go. Dominance and a victory. Daher, Pereira, and Lazar Pavlovich grabs the 3rd goal. Fabinho, get it together. Pereira, I'm going to yell at you as well. Matias is negotiating a move away from the club. So can I really be that mad at him? No, probably not. Ansu! All right. Auto select our 2nd team with trialists at fullback, which is not exactly what we wanted. Dindane and Barrientos. Okay. And then Matias, who's on the move. Where's the Eurowath? And then Riega and Benchea and Zamudio and Borges. And they want to put João Silva out there again, which I'm not going to do. So that's the team, with the exception of our fullbacks. Nick Mascara. Barrientos off here, whereas our boy Duarte started the last match, so never mind. Felinsic. Is it Anyazko who should be stepping in on the left side? We'll go with Anyazko and then Palmeiros. I forget we have 2 fullbacks now. We don't have to do this whole shimmy and shake business. Palmeiros gets the spot at right back. All right, now I go to the reserve match. This is about getting everybody fit. I go to the reserve match. I remove everybody that's been picked. And I check out people that have not gotten a fair shake at getting fit yet. Weird vibes. Definitely just did that backwards. Nick Mosqueda, Doran Benchea's in the lineup. So's Dindane. Almeida's not. Mabasso's not. Pereira is like somehow already freaking fit. The guy is ridiculous. There we go. All right, so you get to play in the B team match the next day. Then we play this first team against Liverpool. We're going to be so fit by the time we get the season. Casino, nice work, bud. Good win over the United States. Whatever weird tournament you're in. Sellout expected for the Liverpool match. No, I'm not going through with this transfer. Thank you for being interested. I appreciate it. Did you see the Reddit post about the results being decided before the game? Thoughts? I don't think it's true. I don't know what test or Reddit post somebody's written about results being decided before the game, but if you pause on the fitness, like on the fitness screen or whatever, before the game and replayed the game 100 times, I know because we've tried to do this to replicate results before, you get a wildly different result every time. So You think you beat Ted Lasso? Not in the facial hair game. Nor would I aim to, nor would I want to try. That's not something I'd be reaching for. But do I think I could handle Ted Lasso in, tactics perhaps? Yeah. Maybe not his assistant. Right? His assistant's got some serious game. But I think I'd be able to handle him. No. Abdul Karim Toure is honestly worth more than that. So why do people so in love with Brian Romero? And Cambranero's got loan interest. That dude's been having a ridiculous preseason when it comes to development. Fabricio Cambanero. Best academy graduate you ever had, Jean Maya. So what I would say is I don't believe that the result in FM is predetermined. I know because I've tried to produce a consistent result. If you have some sort of continuity break, you have something with breaks like your ability to
I am once again
properly.
asking you to give Jas Twominen an honorary spot in the Hall of Saints lol. Come on, you Spurs.
Hey, we've got Eastern Karolainen and Ja Silva on the Player of the Year thing with Al Katani, Mohamed Goma, and Dmitry Yakovenko. We are the team with the most players in the Player of the Year list. Eastern Karolainen and Ja Silva are there.
Wow.
Johan with the 15. I missed the first hour. What's happened? We hung out and talked about Graham Souness for a while. We didn't sign the Turkish winger, and we've accepted a bid for Jose Matias. That's probably like the strafe of the headline. We didn't sign the Turkish winger, and we've accepted the bid for Jose Matias of $6 million for our third string defensive midfielder. The player gave us absolutely everything he had. Yeah, I can finally report that guy's not the bee's knees. Malik Lokmaoglu. Nailed it. I do not have the tongue dexterity for Turkish. I just don't. I can get nowhere near it. Oysters Abroad making the case for Yase Toimanen to get into the Hall of Saints. Yase Toimanen gave us a great couple of years. But I don't know if Yase was ever right, Oysters. And your memory is very impressive, Oysters. Very impressive. To pull Yase Toimanen out, a guy that was early Bate save. He scored away against Dortmund for our first ever big European win with Bate Borisov, which was just an incredible win. Do you think it's worth signing 3.5 4-star potential players if they're cheap? Yeah, if you're a world-class club, then it is, HMS. You have a save lined up when this one eventually reaches its conclusion? No. Yes, they scored the goal to send Finland to the Euros. Did he? I don't remember that. I know Yassi was on the Finn national team back in the day. So it'd be cool to see Russia or Ukraine. We just did Belarus. We were just in Eastern Europe last year. Edgar Maestra. Yeah, no, I'm good. Thanks. Jesper Thrain. 19-year-old Dane. Apparently BBB sees something in him. Brian Romero. Everybody and their mother's a big Brian Romero guy. Might as well get money for him. 400,000 for the 19-year-old? Sure. I don't see him ever becoming a relevant first-team player for me, so I don't see what the problem is. Lionel Alves, we've had this guy on the transfer list for eons. If Schaffhausen want to drop 30,000, he's all theirs. Hassan Bashir's moved to Napoli, Sudan's best ever player. On the move! We have just outgrown him. The moment he becomes available for transfer at a high level, we've just outgrown him. Best young player. It's literally all the same players that were good for best overall player, except for Mamadi Sanga, Portuguese player on Porto, who's apparently sick with it. Apparently. He scored first in Finland's 3-0 win over Liechtenstein. In real life. I was literally thinking in the Bate save, but of course Jase Toimanen is a real player, so he could have done that in real life. Nice. Benjamin Albert. Oh, bro! Come on! Samudio scored twice, but it wasn't enough. And yet, after 2 goals against Liverpool, Mexico's like, gee, I don't know. We'll take this dude playing for Cruz Azul instead. Bold call. You know, bold call by the Mexican FA. Bold call. It's okay, though, boss. We'll be all right. All right, the starters are supposed to play against Atletico Madrid. Quick pick, and then Shori for some reason is up here. Can somebody give me freaking Palmeiras, please? Thank you. Gatsikis. Why is Matias in the start? What are you doing? Why in 7 heavens would you put Matias as a starting central midfielder? Tariq Lamptey's up at right wing. I can't go away for a second. This is a disaster. Okay. Armando? I know Cerna's milling around. We'll just throw Jason Cerna in there. And Armando Pereira is the last member of the first team. We got to make sure is around, but he has already played himself out. So let's go. Kim Jong-min getting the start today. Alan Granger, huge signing from the MLS. That's a big-time Scottish signing from the MLS. 19 years old, 18 caps. He was playing at Atlanta United. I have no idea how. I agree with soccer ball. Every other answer is wrong. You bought a non-region? Never. I would never do that. I would never do that. I swear we're supposed to be playing a Super Cup. Oh, it's right here. It's right after this. Why is it not on the schedule yet? I feel like you know this stuff is coming. Seriously. This should be a pretty easy thing to, like, predict, you know. Hey, we have a Super Cup coming up because, I don't know, we won the league, and then there's usually a Super Cup after that. So, there's a bid down for Kevin. Let's see. Let's see what we can do with this. Let us see what we can do with this. There's a bid down for Kevin. You want Leandro Braquinho? No. Kyle Brito, no, he's playing with the B team. We negotiate this up. Look, I'm not going to spend my time negotiating for $19,000 on Lionel Alves. We were going to let him go for free. Oh, they didn't come in with any money at all. It's a non-negotiable. That's a big old boo right there. This is the enticement offer. 40 million. Semi-locked 40 million. Didn't get me. I am frustrated with our transfer window with Kevin. I am. What do you think of the Grealish transfer? Fair value for both teams. I think it'll end up working out for City. I think he's going to have a good time, but still. It's a lot of money, and I think for most clubs it wouldn't have made sense, but for them it will. Gallagher, we've already had over 30 million offered for Kevin before. How do you guys fight FM burnout? Play something else. There's a lot of things in the world. But if by FM burnout, there is a certain syndrome where you want to play FM, but you don't have a save going, that's different, right? That's not FM burnout. That's like, you need help finding a save.
Woo.
Or change your sport in England, if any. I don't really have a club. I don't really have a club, which I like. It allows me to make fun of everybody at the same time, you know? And I think that's just the best way to be. And nobody can come back at me and be like, well, your club stinks, right? Because I don't have one. So, does my club stink? You'll never know. Maybe it would if I had one, right? But I don't, so... It really is just, it's a conniving. What if I did? What if I had a tattoo of a Premier League club's crest, like right here, giant, you know, I edited it out of that video that we made, right? But like I had a giant tattoo and you just didn't know. What if I'd just been lying to you the whole time? That would be insane. Yet kind of respectably awesome. Bamboo as a... Oh. Stupid of me. I didn't lock it. Okay. I'm actually an ultra. Is it weird that I'm 13, but I like FM more than FIFA? That's got a very strong I'm not like other girl vibes. But no, I don't think that's weird. I think you are a man with finer tastes. Well, a boy, I guess. A boy with finer tastes. No offense. Hold hammy for Duarte. His debut is going to have to wait. The tour interest from other clubs. I don't think he's going to ask for a lot if he's asking breakthrough prospect at this point. feel like I'd be able to drive him down 93,000 a year up front. Yo, that is so cheap, man. Absolutely no interest in signing a new contract. You are fun, Enrique. Gosh. I'm 26. I watch you play FM instead of playing it myself. When I watch FM streams, I'm usually fiddling around on FM myself. I feel like that's generally the best way to do it. But however you choose to be a part of the Hammers, we appreciate you flying.
Air Zealand today. Now, please, if you look to your left, you'll see a little button. Now, that button is there to call the flight attendant. We're going to ask you to not press that. And I'm looking at you, Carol. Your seatbelt does work. You just can't figure it out. So I'm just going to ask you to, ask the kid next to you to buckle it for you so that you can then make uncomfortable conversation with him for the next 3 hours, because we do not want to have to put your seatbelt on for you, Carol. We do not get paid enough to do that. Bob, we are coming down with the whiskey. Just give us a second, and we hope you guys have a really pleasant flight. We'll be in Dubuque in about 5 hours, because we're going to hang out on this tarmac for another 2 hours. No reason in particular, but I'm in the middle of a pretty deep cave in Skyrim, and it does not work once we reach a certain altitude. So we're just going to pull off to the side here, and I'm going to look to finish that cave, and then we'll take off, and then we'll get into Dubuque, and you guys can get on with whatever God's green earth you need to fly to Dubuque for. Why are you on this plane? Seriously.
Air Zealand needs some work, but it's okay. It's not perfect. I'm on this plane because ODFC offered me a trial. That is a likely explanation, actually. That makes sense. Okay. That does check out. Why did the interest in Zamudio? It comes, it goes. Unhell be sold. I have never seen another club be interested in Clubinho. I think he's a ghost. I think he doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's one of those, like, I made him up. Can you guys see Clubinho? Okay, good. I have my schizophrenia is on setting. Clubinho doesn't actually exist. He's an in-game player. You're not allowed to sell him. He has to be around. Back to complain at Mr. Twitch for not giving me a notification. Twitch! What's wrong with you, man? Ah. Or as TTS would say, Kleben ho. How does nobody want Kinu Bombo for this? I just got offers for him that were of that value. Sure. No, Abdul Karim Toure. Picture boy. Shoot, Valensic. What's going on, man? What's going on, Valensic? Why are we doing this? So first team, then first team again against Gil Vicente for the Super Cup to try and raise the curtain on the season successfully. Lot of different scouting roles going down right now that are not super fruitful. Having a lot of guys come back that are just simply not good enough. Back to staring at you again, huh? How? Borges, go somewhere. If you had a commentator present on a league coverage in America, which league would be your preference? I would want to do the NCAA tournament for men's basketball with Bill Raftery. Every game, if possible. Boysen scored twice, Carolina scores once, and we take a 3-0 lead and hold on for 3-2 victory. I like it. Dinamo Zagreb beats FH out of Iceland. Copenhagen beats Dundalk. Djurgården beats Skindia of Albania. Like Poznan beat Diosgyori. Astana of Kazakhstan's advanced. Domsale with the win. Trenson knocks out Sheriff Tiraspol, who is about to make the Champions League group stages in real life. Braun with the 4-1 over Karabaj. Sparta Prague beats Steaua Bucharest in what was a very good tie on paper. Young Boys gets through Srenya Mostar. Partisans through like Athens, and Salzburg through Vorskla Poltava of Ukraine. Tough look, Vorskla Poltava. End up like Tottenham down in the Conference League soon if you're not careful. Check your Champions League registration. I will before we finish it. I'm going to the college football. That's a fair pick too. I'd love that. I'd love it. Nutterman, thank you for the 15 months. Thank you for the 15 months as part of the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon and the emotes and oh my, well, all that gold next to your name. It's gonna be so much better. Vermsteiner, thank you for the year as well. Yeah, I noticed that. Normally that's the part they're able to get right. I feel like I've got a U23, U19, or B team friendly every 2 days. It's good, I guess. Still. Your assistant, can you skip friendly? Well, people are saying, oh, I'd just skip the friendly. Staff responsibilities, you can pick who manages your friendlies. Said a 5-star potential academy prospect come through with unambitious personality. How can I fix this? Mentoring. Get them mentored by somebody with a personality you like, and they will pull them towards you. Unambitious is not super easy to get rid of. It's also not super terrible inherently. It is not inherently super terrible. Obviously, it's a sign that nothing, like, you don't have any great attributes hanging out around there, but it's not inherently terrible.
You already have plans for your save in 22? How about Austria Salzburg, which was founded after Red Bull took over the original club? Aim is to become better than RB with the added challenge. Only players from countries that border the Alps.
Is that like an actual club rule that you're only able to have players from countries that border the Alps? Pretty big mountain bias, if you ask me, man. But Ocelot, thank you so much for the $10. I am nowhere close to planning out what I'm going to do for FM22, mainly because I don't generally plan it. We kind of sit down and we just pop it out and we're like, this is what we're doing. The B team go up. I've seen a couple people ask. I would go ahead and say no, and they did not. So we've tried every strategy in the book for these guys. It's just like, at this point, our B team's just going to be useless. We've stacked it with unbelievable players. We've stacked it with good Portuguese players. Just not good enough, man. I made that rule up? Okay. So we have completed our scouting of Prince Khumalo, the 15-year-old South African striker, and we have adjudged him to be obviously worth it. Especially for a 15-year-old, you start looking at potential that looks like that. Whew. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. They've left that in there. Okay, 375. No, you don't get to just add things. There you go. Pay you 400,000 for Prince Khumalo, the 15-year-old. He's got 3 years until he joins the freaking team anyways. Because that's how this nonsense works. Pierre Diet. Oh, wow. Okay. I think this guy is a competent winger at 17. Is he 32 million competent? Well, with that little massive consistency as well, his release clause at 32 million. He'd be the hot prospect on the outside for our team. That's a lot of money, though. Who's number 20? It's Daher. He just puts out the best ratings all year, plays all the time. Would he start? Depending on form. This guy's almost Zamudio quality at 17. I'm going to put one player tutoring another Dovahkiin. Check out the mentoring tab. Create a group.
Five.
5 months for Nefariel. Thank you for the 5 months. Looking forward to your silver bacon next month, my dude. How's his release clause, you say? Well, his release clause is 32.5. So I'm getting that they're not interested in Angel Zamudio. Is that, am I understanding that? Am I understanding that right, chat? I put Zamudio in 5 million and they're like, how dare you? How dare you? That was their official response to me offering Zamudio in $5 million. I think they're just gonna want a release clause being tipped on Pierre Diaz. I was like, wait, did they just accept the Pierre Diaz offer? But no. And the issue on this kid is that I don't know how well he's going to improve before we get our hands on him because of that lack of ambition, but he has great potential. And we have a strong core of South African players in Boysen Philander and Kinu Bombo, who are part of the club, I believe, long term. Player exchanges can work. I've done them before. The signing of Lamine Mendez was actually a player exchange, weirdly enough. We sent over our Singaporean reserve team player and, like, what, $8 million? Jarell Holmberg had to go as part of the deal. And we were sad about it. Jarrell had amazing vibes. That guy's just not good enough. Not anymore. Not now with what we're capable of. Prince Kamalo is about to join King. He's not. Prince Kamalo is 15. He can't join until he's 18. So that is a long future signing of a guy that we know is going to be, really good, worth the price of admission. Somebody with some outrageous potential, and hopefully, he'll come good on that in a couple of years. You're playing the Barcelona game right before the start of the league. I know. My backups are going to play in it, so it's not like it's disastrous. Tila needs to be. You guys need to actually play in one of these matches, man. Loan intentions for Alex Danqua. Re-up this contract, right? Okay. We can't find a loan move for Kinu Bombo, which we should be able to. I mean, we had one on the table. I just blew the negotiation. Abdul Karim Toure, I know there's going to be a lot of people around looking at him. There's going to be a lot of people looking at him and Eric Riega. Both of those guys. Do I want this guy? Just watched your FM for Beginners series. Very helpful. Nice. It's not quite done, so I'm glad you enjoyed it. Danquist got some second division loans. Manchester United signed Vasilis Savas, who we're not super worried about. Katsikis can speak good Portuguese, so he fits right in. Our bid has been rejected. They really don't. Zamudio is the switch. I wanted to pay you money and then switch over on El Zamudio, but I guess that's not going to happen. I think this is a release clause only type of signing if we want to go in on Pierre Diaz. I know somebody said that earlier. I think I agree with you now. There's Robert Brennis. Yeah, some old scouting reports saying these guys are still good, and we don't know. We don't think so. 16-year-old striker Clemere, either footed, which just distorts everything that's ever happened. Salvador Fonolosa. Good goalkeeper. Good spot competition, but the wage is annoyingly high. He'd be good though. He would push Garay a little bit in that goalkeeping spot. How long will this stream be? We always have our hard stop time when we have work. Do I play any other saves? No. No, I do not. I only play FM when I'm on stream. Keeps it nice and fresh for me. I'm always looking forward to it. I mean, obviously for like videos and stuff, I've started a million saves off stream, but not actually played them. Oh my god, do I want to spend that much money?
Hey Zed, what transfers have you made so far this summer?
Made a lot of transfers this summer. We've made a lot of moves this summer, dude. This has been a moving and shaking. Heishin, JJ Min out the door. Mabasa was saved in the tarmac. Belgar for 250,000 is painfully low, but at the same time, what else are we gonna get for him? He broke his leg, and then it turned out he wasn't that good anyways. We'll send him to Aarhus for 250. What did we get him for? Hate that, but... What are you mad about, Lazar? Herrera should be happy at the end of this transfer window. Good for him. %81 in the flash poll say that I should sign Pierre Diaz for 32 million. Yeah, Angel or Enrique Borges offer. $180,000 per league match. This is actually a really good offer. It's 1.7 million, 1.8 million extra. And so that's 13.3. 13.3, then the after league appearances, the league goals, the Europa League, the Croquet Cup. Gabby Salazar with a loan move. Not our Gabby Salazar, but the other one we've been looking at. And then Jose Matias is set for a move to Bordeaux. Thank you for years of service. 3 years as a very regular first team player. He fell out of the team last year, but a guy that came straight out of the Angolan League and straight into the ODFC first team. He is a league winning ball winner in Portugal, and he is headed to a top 5 league. Jose Matias, you will be missed. Thank you for your great service to the club. We ended up with 2 lads that we just that had a little bit more about them, right? They just had a little bit more about them, a little bit more first step, a little bit more ability to create, and just being better at the position. But you're gonna have a great time at Bordeaux. 47 appearances for Angola at 22. There are a few players that mean more to their national team than Jose Matias, and he meant a lot to us for a couple seasons. The guy's just a winner. He knows how to win. He plays this very particular role, and that's it. But he does it exceptionally well. Jose Matias, have a wonderful time at Bordeaux. I think that's a really solid move all around. HBO, thank you for the Twitch Prime, my dude. Welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon, enjoy the emotes. But Swill's transfers we made this summer was it was Hishin, it was JJ Min, now Matias. We saved Mabasso. I feel like that's not it. I feel like we've got some more guys that we shipped out. Chavera, Gonzalo Nascimento, Norbert Naj. We're all guys that had been around the first team at one point that have been sent off on transfers. Balance in the books continues. The Super Tossa Candido de Oliveira acting as the opener. Be nice to get a good start to the season, obviously. I would like to win it. We're here because of success, and another win will continue to create that winning culture. The public will want a proper answer for you about a trial. I really don't care. To be honest, You want a proper answer from me about this trial. We're about to play in the Super Cup. Barrientos is on the transfer list, and you want a proper answer from me about a trial. Irredeemably bad. Tabani Lingwati, Fabricio Cambonero. And Kinu Bombo. You ready to get a regular playing time loan going? Please! I have to be negative on net spend. The only way my club functions is if I'm negative on net spend. Cambronero's headed the second division. So me being negative on net spend is like, that is the completely necessary bit. Christian Barreto, that inconsistency hurts. Olke Adelolu. Hard sell, can't pass, can kind of tackle. Hard sell. Evan's not good. Ruben Farrell is probably really good. Hippolyte Fare, James Sunday, we can confirm we're not interested in anymore. James Norley. Brighton and Hove Albion's fullback is a maybe. Borges is worth more. We're just not quite high enough reputation yet to be doing this nonsense. Unspecified. Give me offers, negotiable preferably.
Wrote a song for this special occasion. Armando
Ridiculous.
and Onsi, Gary, Duarte. ODFC bless me on this golden day. I really want to cook some bacon with you, cause Zealand's my American boy, American boy.
What in the hell was that, Joel?
Thank you for the year. What is going on? Thank you for the year, Joel. I appreciate it. Yeah, I hadn't thought about Estelle's song in a long time. And I'm glad, you made me think about Estelle's song. It's good stuff. Selling Borges. Oh, we sell Borges. Then we still have the wings. We need to move Zamudio. Zamudio's the guy we want to move. We want to keep Mabasso. Leadership, passing. He plays better in our type of team than Zamudio. He's more reliable than Zamudio. And then we've got the big match merchant, Saad Abdul Amir Jassim. The shifty, incredible dribbler. Oh, man. We need to move a wing. You always sell Borges, then it should be no problem. It's like, well... we cannot live in a world where we have these four wings on our team. We cannot. All right, first competitive match of the campaign. Us against Gil Vicente. But did you decide? No, our youth intake is a lot of Chinese players. An Armando Pereira offer of 4 million expected to be rejected as promised. Abdul Karim Toure. Look, Braga. That's the asking price for Abdul Karim Toure. We'd love it if he got near it. Captain for the next season is going to be Walt. Bruno Gama's the current vice captain, but he was sold. And so we are going to throw this on Armando Pereira because nobody else is ready to have it. And Pereira's got great squad status. Cool. Cool. Armando, you are now vice captain behind the Walt. Walter Mabasso. How do you get your youth intake to be Chinese players? It's just a hard-coded part of this club. For my youth intake to be like half Chinese. It's cool, it's fun, we like it. We're developing the Chinese national team with our amazing facilities. I got no problem with it at all. And if there is a great Chinese player out there, we are all of a sudden like the lightning rod to attract that person. The feeling both of you guys are going to be exactly that. Nope, Yang Ping is worse, actually. And you are, well, you're basically the same level, Johnny. Johnny Shori and Yang Ping. Why were they putting Johnny Shori as like the player for me? Alves is gone. He's never played a first team game for us. Reserve player. Lionel Alves, a bad reserve player at that, and so not a surprise that he only gets sold for 30,000. We were trying to release him for free and he wouldn't leave, so now he's got to move somewhere. Yeah, you know, that's what I said on the campaign trail. I said we were going to be tough on China. We have been tough on China. But it's not like we need to go hunting for Chinese players. We've got a youth intake full of Chinese players, some of which definitely have a chance to be around the first team. So no worries. This guy is a lot of green, you know, a lot of green. Scintillating amount of green. Always intriguing. He's under contract till 2036. That is the biggest contract you can possibly have right now. Cesar Duque, okay. No. Duarte unavailable, and guess who? Kevin Barrientos gonna be hanging out somewhere again. Hey, we've got interest. What are the offers, dude? You've got to give me an offer for Zamudio, please. I am begging you. Melgar after the broken leg. Just move along, son. Move along. You know what? I'm not down here pandering. The interest is still there at 50 million, and somebody's going to end up paying it eventually. We have time on Kevin. I keep wanting to sell him. His contract doesn't run out at the end of this year. It runs out at the end of next year. The offer will be there. Hello, that's the money we wanted. They literally just hit the asking price with over 3-year payout on the back half of it. So then over 3 years, we'll get the other 10.75 million. But they just hit the asking price for Zamudio of $20 million. And so, on El Zamudio, the door. Honestly, I don't want to be mean to the guy. He's been a great servant to the club. We just didn't want to pay the escalated wages he was going to be asking for.
10 months of my watching you while working while also playing my own FM. Tell my boss.
I would never dare. Hey, as long as you're getting your work done, man. Don't think it matters. Okay, we get rid of these nonsensical individuals. Blazin here, Silva. I think we're gonna go Silva wide, or gonna test out Pavlovich. Armando. And then Kevin steps in as the left center back, playing with Isgrin because that's just life. And Kevin's just there. And Poison's wide. Pereira, Philander, Silva is a front three. Borges is doing a deal to get away from the club, but Herrera's not real. Bayurawathan for Sevilla. Almeida gone for Pavlovich. Mabasso, Pavlovich, Mosqueda, Urawath. We need another midfielder. Where's Anyazko? Thank you, Anyazko. Cool. First teams in place: Cerna, Carolina, Silva, Pereira, Philander, Katsiki, Steyer, Barrientos, Isgrin, Palmeiros, and Garay. Naturally, Palmeiros is not quite ready for this, but we will bring in Ali Fowler, and Palmeiros will be available off the bench, and he will come in the second half, whether we are winning or whether we are losing. And Pavlovich is going to come in as the inverted winger on support because Ja Silva's not 100% fit right now. That's fine. It's time for our first match of the season. Ah! It's always nice to see the lads on the field for the first time. Night Robin, thank you so much for the 10 months. I won't tell your boss, don't worry. Thank you for being a part of the Hammers and Elite Online Gaming community. Let's get this bread. All right, next match only on the set pieces because this isn't exactly a full set first team yet. Pavlovich is the right wing. We don't necessarily want him there. And if we bring him back, then we've got to shift him out into the back post. Okay, Pereira and Boysen. Boom, out, back post. Everybody else good? Yeah. Pereira attacking, Boysen edge the area. Now let's switch that up. We're still playing it to Barrientos, though, so that's the initial goal. But let's just get our boy Lazar Pavlovich as the lurk outside the area. Boysen working the back post. Let's go win ourselves a Super Cup, baby! Wow! Let's go! Win this trophy for not just yourselves, but the fans who've been magnificent all season, ignoring the fact that this is the first match of the season. That doesn't matter. Okay. Fans are excited. I'm looking forward to it. I know I can trust Jason Cerna. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's ride. It's time. One round. in the unnecessary but decent trophy of the Super Cup. Oh, we have were we in a penalty shootout the last time we were here? No, we were just behind the goal for some reason. Boy, Cerna. The laser beam. Oh, that would have been a nice start, huh? That would have been something. Alberto Solano, hope you had a good stream, my dude. Thanks for raiding in. I was watching the goal this season. You're right. Good memory. Ooh, what a clearance by Richard. The dastardly fiend. That was bending in. Richard timed the volley right and got it out. Keep. Thank you. Oh, good punch. The punch to start the counter. Boysen Philander. Philander him. Any day now, Laser. Cerna. Ooh, like the idea, like the idea. Philander him. It's offside. It's freaking offside, chat. It's freaking offside. Thank you, Katsikis. Play it wide. Ali! Dang. I love the first game of the year. Kim Jong-min, you're in. The Tower of Power. The supersized man from Seoul. Oh, nice play. Oh, nice play. Come on, Boysen. Run, Kim. Run. Oh, well, never mind. Oh, Boysen. What? I don't know what just happened. I don't even know. Boysen has the ball. Oh, I think he cleared it off of the flagpole and it went back into play. So shout out to that guy. Pavlovich, who's over a foot shorter than Kim. Oh, Lazar. Wow, Eastgren, come on, read the book here. This isn't Latin. All right, this is a pretty easy one to figure out. Very bad opening step from Eastgren. That's us, Cerna. No. Oh, Kim, get in there. Throw some elbows, you giant. Thank you, Katsikis. No. Darn. Oh, laser beam! What a waste. What a waste. You should just be able to drive through this guy in towards Kim with the flick on. That's great. That's great center forward play there from our boy. Thank you, Kevin. I don't know about that one, Cerna. I don't know about that one. Daher slipping all over the place. Daher. Oh, yes! Oh. Somebody was offside, I think, in the scrum. Nice job, Kim. Good touch. Great hold-up play, Kim. Oh, Daher. That's one. Ah, darn. No, no Davies moves there. No Alfonso Davies moves. Ooh. think we're all around it possession-wise. I mean, we just need to find a moment where we actually put the ball away. Katsiki's. Just bring that one down. You literally had to duck to intercept it. Good thing Karolainen's on our team. Run at the defense and make the pass. Buisen is in. Oi. Oi, oi, oi. Karolainen! It's what he freaking does, chat. It's what he does. A rampaging run from that center midfielder. A beautiful header. Woo! That was a domineering play from Anssi Karolainen to come in like that. I mean, he just came flying in and just slotted it top corner. That's we got a $105 million offer for that guy. $100 million on the table for Anssi Karolainen. And here he is, looking like that $100 million player. What a takeaway. Charging at the defense. Now it's Cerna's turn. Oh, no! What a save! Oh, Kim. Nice run. Good pass. Oh, Kim. Kim Jong-min, that close. Oh, aim for Kim. Bit of a miss hit from Daher, if I'm honest. Terrible goalkeeper distribution, though. Gave them no break at all. Nice work, Cerna. Laser beam inside, please. Oh, Fowler first time. Anssi again. The unmarkable Anssi. Let's get our first look at a boy who's been at our club for 6 months already, Carlos Palomeros. He's nervous about making his debut, understandably. This was supposed to be his match to begin with, so. Thank you, Daher. This unnecessarily wide pitch is really throwing off the optics for me. Sweet. Sweet. Good ball. Laser beam. Katsiki's. Cerna. Here. Okay. We need a little creativity. That'll do. Wow. I'm doing well, Joe Carey. Thanks for asking. You know? Ay, 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 ay. This is liquid. This is beautiful. Pavlovic brings it in. Katsiki's gives it to Cerna. Draws the defender. Finds Karolainen. Pavlovic on the run. In stride. And the laser beam bags a goal in the Super Cup. That's just beautiful. They just didn't have enough guys to defend it all. Pavlovic sees the opportunity, makes the run. He's a good off-ball player. He's good at breaking people down. And he makes his move. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, Cerna. Loving the aggression from Jason today. Oh, referee! Ref! This is an obvious one. Ref! This is an obvious one. Ref. Unreal. Unreal, ref. This is inside the box. It's clearly inside the... Pavlovic's entire body was inside the box. What do you mean? Just shoot it. Oh. Eastgren, you skied it. Todorov.
Zealand, my man, I love you. My story is going to put on the back burner for the time being, but it will be back. My dog Ronce rough. He likes you, maybe too much.
Yeah, I've been known to be a, watch your dogs. 'Cause after a few pets, he might have a new man's best friend. That's all I'm saying. After a few games of fetch, might have a new man's best friend. Or a best friend that's a dude,
Did we sell any big players?
People say hide your girl. I'm about hide your dog. I see a dog in a park. I'm gonna pet that dog for 30 minutes. Boyson almost scored like an outrageous goal right at the end of the game. Robert, thank you for the 5 months. We sold a couple of big players. Yes, Ishin, JJ Min, they're gone. Boys! Super Cup champions!
This one goes out to the Dragons for their huge cup win. Come on the boys.
Come on, Smooth Skin. Thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate it. Snoopy, thank you for the Twins Prime. Look at the hammers. Lift that bad boy, Walter. Baby, okay. We're living. We have won the Super Cup with a dominant second half performance. Huge win. In front of hundreds, literally hundreds of people. It's incredible. How pleased you to win the Super Tasha Candido de Oliveira. I'm pleased. Jill Vicente, look, we're obviously happy with our defensive performance. I forgot Garay was on the team. So, seriously. 3 to 4 weeks, that's fine. Just rolled his ankle a little bit. He'll be out for the beginning part of the season, but it's nothing major, which we are happy, obviously, to hear. Zamudio's got the offer from Real Zaragoza down, which I think everybody's happy about. Saad Abdulamir just seems got his asking price. Clabinio is the person we're looking to move. How is there nobody interested in this guy? He's a fascinating player. Why are they not fascinated? And Pavlovich has the asking to leave thing in there, but I just quick picked the team and it ended up looking like exactly the same. That's stupid. Why are we quick picking a team where 3 guys are just deadbeat exhausted that we don't need that? And you're putting Tariq Lamptey in there? No. Absolutely not. Got to see some improvement, Nicholas, or else I won't believe you anymore. Ali Fowler, Dindane Eastern can't be playing here, man. It's got to be Almeida and Bakari Dindane. And Silva can't be playing here. We're going to go Kim Jong-min. Not Samudio. Give me Mabaso. Or give me Saad Abdulamir Jassim. He's not sharp yet. And our midfielders, Doran Benshea and Valencic. Where are you? Where is Valencia? Oh, there he is. Actually, not 100% fit. He'll be fine. I probably won't. Fall, you're in. They terminate this trial. He does not look like he's actually that good. Gustavo Herrera. Kim Jong-min, Mosqueda, Jassim. It's fair. Looks better. I think we're set. All right. Daher's performance, he lifted the rest of the team. Great game today for Barrientos. How are things to you and the president? I feel we understand each other. We talk disagreements out in a civil manner. We're nice, and I don't have my match review on. Stop! Thank you. Appreciate it, boss. Gustavo Herrera gone. Rodrigo Rodriguez, 24-year-old left back. Could have, maybe, just maybe. And then Bayern's Jorge Romero, Uruguayan striker that they got from Defensor Sporting, which bothers me. I won't lie. We should have found him. We should have found him. Why did we not find him, chat? You have scouts around Defensor Sporting. We didn't notice a guy that Bayern was going to pick up and be worth a bunch of money and be very talented in the near future. Daher wants a new contract. You were signed until 2034. This is not in any way reasonable, and I feel like I'm going to run out of opportunities to talk you out of it, to be honest. I'm gonna have to talk to him about it. Can you not fire your agent? I mean, I keep coming to him and he's like, you know what? Just you coming to me is the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me in my entire life. I don't care. Okay. What's the average attendance? It's 92% capacity in a 9,000 seat stadium right now. Now that Smidius on the way out, are you going for that 17-year-old? The more and more I think about it, the more and more I'm probably going to do it. Be the biggest signing in the history of the club to go after 17-year-old Pierre Diaz. But it's okay as long as it's worth it. Benfica won Shengwei for 160,000. No! Tenerife wants Martin Quiseno. Maybe. Jafar Barum. Also could be a maybe. Let's go ahead and put him on the loan list and see if we get some sniffs around. University of Pretoria wants Tabani Lingwati. That's headed back to South Africa, which is not necessarily what we want to do. Let's offer out Tabani Lingwati. I see Sporting sniffing around at a 4.1 million asking price. Ah, good. Yes, we would like to send one of our promising young midfielders back to Syria for a loan. No! God, you fools. Any new goalkeepers on the radar? I definitely love a better backup than Carl Dahl. Have we made a move on that? No. Should we look for it? Yes. Oh, that's Funalosa. That's one guy. Matthias is unhappy at FC Zurich, an 18-year-old Spaniard. This is more my speed. Okay, when was this report? earlier this year, so this is not a super misleading report on how good this guy is. He's 18. Let's make an inquiry. Let's see. Let's check on Matthias. Sorry, we cultivate our long list of players, and that is why. Because that guy is a very solid backup, at least a cup goalkeeper at ODFC. Yes. Shirtless. Is he on the actual targets by chance? Prince Kamala is already joining Shui Shenzhen. China's number one. It's in Monaco. Great. Wilbur Mejia, the Salvadorian. Goodness me, if he's actually any good. I'm going to be backflipping all over the place. Yusuf El Azri, who is versatile, but no. I don't think we ever put our guy on... I think we ever put our guy on the list.
Did you hear about the circus fire? It was intense.
I had heard about it because I've heard it before. Absolutely Fabregas, but it's a good one for those who haven't. Thank you for the 4 months. Boys and Philander just subscribed. Yes. Guys, Boys and Philander's in the hammers. Boom. Just like that. Tier 1 sub from Boys and Philander. Cameron, thank you so much for the Prime. We are in the middle of negotiating potentially the biggest transfer in the history of the club. He's leaked the transfer story. This guy really wants his client to be able to move somewhere else, or at least wants some kind of leverage. I think he's aware that he just doesn't have any right now. $1.35 million on a 3-year deal for Pierre Diaz. Alrighty. Contract is down. We'll see what happens. We're not getting... I mean, Armando just got hurt for 3 weeks. Boyson Philander is a legitimate starting player for us. Brian Romano. Have an absolutely wonderful time. Signed for free, loaned out last season, sold for $400,000. We do deals, man. Sporting pickup Brian for $400,000. I have no idea why. I don't really want to negotiate with you. I thought you were bad, and that's why we discontinued the negotiation. Bit hard to hear, I think, but still. He's gonna leave on a free in 3 years. I appreciate the optimism. Gotta keep him grounded. Konstantin Kluyev. It's a high level of current ability on a 19-year-old. Now, I think Pierre Diaz is going to come in. He's going to compete with Lazar Pavlovic and Mabasso for that starting spot on the right wing, depending on what we want. I mean, Pavlovic is diminutive but can move, and we've got this guy, Pierre Diaz, that can run at people in a way that we could use, a way that we could need, I think. See how the backups do against Barcelona. I think they'll be fine, and we get a nice check for this match. Three-time running champion of the Portuguese Super Cup. We are slowly squeezing the screws on Portugal as a league. Running Portugal. Okay, well, the first 2 league titles we won it by 1 point the first time because Porto and Benfica lost on the last day of the season and we won by a point. We went from 3rd to 1st on the last day. Yeah, Cube! 21 months from the Cubester, the Cube Meister. What's up? Thank you for the 21. Then you have let's do an offer out at 3 million for Tabani Lingwati. I feel like we might actually hit on that. Riega loan, Shengwei. You know, I am of the opinion that 1.5 million would separate me from Shengwei. I'm of the opinion. You in the Bundesliga? Yes, you are. Well, Riega, you're going to go have a great time in the Bundesliga, so enjoy. Enjoy, my dude. Peruvian central midfielder. He doesn't bring enough to be a part of our team regularly, but he can be a part of the preseason. They've rejected Matthias is not for sale at any price. Really? Ooh, please tell me that release clause is not in play, man. This is not... Oh,
Less
no.
than 3.
When's it expire? After the January window, it expires? Oh, no. I liked him. Obviously, we're going to declare interest in him for transfer. It's another guy we can pick up. Alexi Diaz Leal, who's a nice either-footed... like, he's a competent goalkeeper. Let's make an inquiry. See what they would want. If we can end up paying like under $1 million for that guy, I'd be down. What did they say? 16 million? I hate that. He's top player. We're interested in him. Can we unsettle a Zurich goalkeeper? We'll find out. SHL Schul 2002. Thank you for the tier 1. Welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon and the emotes. Get in the subsection of the Discord, of course. Danny, thank you for the 3 months. Less than 3, my dude. Less than 3. Carl Dahl lives to fight another day as our backup. That's true. Carl Dahl is going to end up coming in to save the season or something when all heck breaks loose. Catastrophe. We have a winger? Perhaps. It would be a gigantic ODFC transfer. Yeah, like not available for any price except if you pay 18.5 million. We are legally obligated to sell him to you. It's a lot of money, though. That'd be the 2nd most expensive transfer in the history of the club for a backup goalkeeper. Is not something we're interested in doing. Can you get a player? I mean, we've got an offer out right now. And we're slowly but steadily getting the transfer offers
Go
we
Dragons.
want.
Is
For
Boyson
Borges,
still in the
Samudio.
team?
Boyson is absolutely still in the team. Boyson's a star. That kid's a star. Ah, unbelievable. That kid's a star. Thank you for the 9 months. Congrats on your Twitch child. Thy name is Boyson. But you get declaring interest in a player, you're trying to unsettle them so that they cause a stink at the club. And then they, they want to leave. Open to speaking to other clubs. Well, I mean, shoot, if there's interest at $3.5 million for Tabani Lingwati, we'll do that. Sure, you can have a look at our young players if you want to. A La Liga club wants 18-year-old Jafar Baroum. That's hard to turn down. I mean, this is a legit La Liga team with 18 out of 20 facilities. Oh, come on. Can we get, like, good transfer offer for Jafar Baroum? More technical attacking training. Well, in our defense, we've been very busy. All right. Abdul Karim Torre signs a new contract with the club till 2036, and now we should be able to try and sort a loan for Abdul Karim Torre, who is actually a poor man's Ansi Karolainen. He is large, he gets into the box. I like that. I would love for him to do a deal in Portugal, and so he can continue to kind of develop around us. I don't like this. No, and 1.5. Per league appearance. Cool. Guess what? That per league appearance thing's just gonna keep popping up because it's just what it does, you know? It's just how it rolls. I have a feeling the wage is gonna be the problem on Alexis Delial. And I am right. I hate this. This guy's never going to be a starting goalkeeper. Garay is already slightly better than him. We would just be signing him to come in and... I hate it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Carl Dahl is fine. Our U18's best goalkeeper is fine. He is okay. Lebo Malala, no. Milan Serovic. We've finished our latest report on Milan Serovic. The guy is disgusting. But he's re-upped with Austria Vienna on a new contract, if I remember correctly. How much money do you want now? We had him like at 36 million. Oh my god. Oh my god. We could sign Milovan Serovic. Okay, was it wage? It was wage last time, wasn't it? He came to us and was like, I don't think your club matches my ambitions because he's a little skis. Well, let's see. Let's see if he's changed his mind. That was the issue. I forgot. It wasn't that they rejected us or that we couldn't afford the deal. It was that they came to us and they were like, nah, fam. Nuh-uh. Milovan Serovic, a disgusting world-class player at Austria Vienna. Can we survive his ambition? No! Why, Milovan? Milovan. Declare interest as top target. Yes, we would love to make Milovan part of the club. Is our absolute #1 priority. Cool. Let's see. Jas Silva, can you endorse the move? Milovan Serovic. That's not good enough, I'm afraid. I wasn't okay. God, your conduct has been amazing. So good. So proud of the way you've carried yourself, João Silva. You're just incredible. Would you like to do that? No. Evan, you're on the transfer. Walter, you're great. You'll do anything I want, right? No? Cerna? The option's not there. All right, we really want Milovan Serovic, man. The dude's incredible. Hey, the backups beat Barcelona. Saad Abdulhamir Jassim just scored 2 against Barcelona. Why is Ansi playing? Did he come off the bench? God. Oh my god, I'm gonna strangle my assistant. Not actually. He's also virtual. He doesn't actually exist. Why are you playing somebody who's tired? We've got 45 central midfielders and you pick Ansi. Oh, I'm playing Alexei Guskov. He's a star player for Ferenc. He's resurrected his career. He really has. He went in, played 34 matches, got him promoted. Alexi, I am so freaking proud of you, man. Way to bounce back after fading out of our first team in a really ugly way. We've been working hard. I think we can get off to a winning start. Alejandro's crucial to our side. Lamptey has been in trial for a while. I actually do hope we can get over the line with that. And an opening day match against Ferenc. Do they deserve our respect? Anything less than 100% focus could be a problem. It'd be great to see Alexei Gushkov. He's a good player and cause problems for any side. We've just got to be ready for him. And obviously we'll be familiar with what he's going to try and do, his crazy creativity. You get along with Cordero? I don't know him, but... yeah, Carl Lane, I can rely on him, absolutely. How important are players like Eastern who know where to be and have the physical capacity to keep going? He's a game changer. And he was the player of the year in the league last year as a central defender, so... that's what it is. And Boyson Philander has standout qualities, apparently. They're just praising my entire freaking team before we get down to brass tacks. I cannot believe that he played Onsi. They don't ignore you when you pick the team. When you pick the team, they'll play who you picked. But he put Onsi on the bench and brought him in, which is just annoying. What's up, Iron Bubbles? Barbarum, Levant want to get him, but they don't want to make the huge promise. Now the money is starting to get big for Cerna. I was like, I know, this dude's insane. Jason Cerna's fantastic. He picks the ball up, he advances it. He is so good in tight spaces. He's got the ball on the freaking string. Oh, let's go, chat. Oh my God, we just got a bigger Borges offer. Real Zaragoza's like raiding the cupboard right now. Yes! Yes! I knew I could get 20 million! Yes! Yes! Thank you, Real Zaragoza! Come on, baby! Let's go, man. $20 million. Danquist off to the second division. Dude, I'm really... you have an outside shot at the first team. Go down there and light up the second division with Varzim. Oh my God! It's a lot of freaking money for 17-year-old, dude. But he's level-headed. Driven's not a bad set. Very consistent. He's ready to move. He's already a wonder. We scout and don't even shortlist people that have the media description wonderkid right now. Vitez, we want the very best. The best it ever was. Da, 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 da. You know what sneakily is fantastic? And I noticed this when we were getting the offers together initially. 17 teamwork on a winger. This dude's going to look to put the ball in. The other concern is obviously there aren't a lot of 5-star potential guys in the world right now for us because the level of our team is really high, but this guy doesn't have 5-star potential. Neither did someone like Bakari Dindane, who then got a loan at Atletico Madrid and's become like a really relevant first-team player, so... He replaces Zamudio. No, we don't have four wingers. Zamudio goes out. Then we have Mabasso, Saj, and Pavlovich, who I'm really reconsidering as a winger and less of a central midfielder. Miran, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Nathan, appreciate the 2 months as well. I did it, Mom. I'm a carpenter hammer. You know, it's you're waiting to cook that bacon. It's like an apprenticeship, you know, right now. That's where Miran is too, with the bacon and the emotes, and you're part of the hammers, but you're in that apprenticeship to get to your cooked bacon. All right, I need to get in my decision-making mode. Reclined in thought.
For bacon months Spock. I know this is not the right way to do it, but is it possible to check on my hometown team, Deportivo de La Coruña?
Yeah, Gavin, absolutely. Thank you for the 4 months of the Twitch Prime. We signed him. We're going for it. We need to improve his attacking movement, which should be off the ball, decision, anticipation. He needs to be able to see the field better. We'll work on the passing at a different point, but it's not as relevant as improving those three things right now. We're offering some dude named Claudio Klein. Now, I love the name, but it's not going to happen for me. That is a lot of money. And I know immediately they're going to be like, how much money did you just spend? Because they're disappointed in the finances and the signing Diogo Augusto. We signed him for $2.2 million. And then loaned him back to Brazil to try and increase his value. Hey! But we knew he didn't have top end potential. No, Jason Serna, they would require a disgusting amount of money to separate me from Jason Serna. Felipe Rocha's recent claims to deals like the one you recently completed for Pierre Diaz are financially irresponsible. I'm happy with the deal. That's all that matters. Okay. Coruña. Hi. What's up? We have Deportivo La Coruña. They are in the second league. It's a real shame because for the first time in this save, they just got promoted to La Liga with a second place finish, but then they finished last in La Liga and they're headed back down. But solid. After a bunch of middling performances in that second league, they go up and then they bounce right back down. Sir, that's true. Cerna is literally the most unburnley-like player you could possibly have. Your captain is Argentinian striker Raul Mazzara, who's been at the club for literally 10 years. So you just turned a corner. You just turned a corner, got yourself up to the top league, and then boom, dreams smashed, last place finish in La Liga. Dreams and shattered hopes all over the floor, everywhere. It's unbelievable. Armand Morera, Guojo, no. Eliezer Jadwana, no. Hugo Moulin, no. Matteo Pugliese, maybe. Walter Magallanes. I am going to go ahead and say no. Robert Anderson. I appreciate how long you led me on as a player I thought could be good. That speaks for something. Suniga wants to make a move. Let's give him the opportunity. This dude's a lifer at the club. And nobody's going to be able to resolve this because nobody knows Edgar Suniga. Finances weren't right on the deal. My proposed value is 200,000. My proposed value is 130,000, and now you're just, I literally proposed a value of 90,000 and you're still mad. So awesome. So happy about that. Oh my god, it's amazing. The core reason we've made the deal for Diaz is obviously he's incredibly talented for a 17-year-old. Is that current ability is more important than it's ever been when it comes to players ending up being good. In FM21, what we have seen is players that are possessing that current ability that just end up being great much more often than somebody like Luke Edwards, who ends up being fool's gold because we're relying on potential. With Diaz, the dude is in the lineup, right? It's him or Pavlovich, in my opinion, that get the start on the right wing. And so he's going to be there. He's going to be relevant. He's going to be playing from the time he's 17 years old. He's got a good developmental set. He's level-headed, which is an indicator of professionalism as a baseline. And whatever potential he has left there with our state-of-the-art facilities and amazing coaching staff, we're going to get it out of them, and he is going to be playing, so he's going to be able to reach it. And if that's up one or up one in a lot of attributes and up two in a few, we'll take that, and he'll end up being a really good player. Yeah, our previous biggest offer was Katsiki's 17.5. It was a fat offer, for sure. Suniga is just tired of being on the B team, man. I get it. Schaffhausen, I appreciate you rating my B team. Give me 150,000, and the 6'5" center mid Edgar Zuniga is yours. Who's been at my club for 7 years. So I have the utmost confidence in Pierre Diaz. Always looking to ways to change the team to the for the better. Does this deal have an impact on your budget? I'm not talking club finances today, Valerio. Sky's the limit as far as I'm concerned. He can be as good as anyone as long as he works hard. I have a great respect for Pierre. I look forward to getting down and working with him, and we will bring him off the bench against Ferenc. Or maybe just throw him into the start. I mean, Ferenc just got promoted. Let's throw him into the starting lineup and see what happens. He's been at the club. What, we flew him in yesterday? Got the contract all sorted out yesterday. Let's fly him in. Let's get him on the field. Come on. Finish the scouting report on freaking Robert Brennis. This is not hard. Levi Shukrun. Definitely worth tracking, but they will make you pay if you want to actually go in and buy an Israeli player. Restrepo has a chance. So is Jorge Ramirez. So is this dude Pierre. Gotta love it when a couple of Brazilians show up out of nowhere. How's our scouting doing? Down to 117 again? Good. We gave him a lot of assignments around Youth World Cups and Euros and stuff. But they're making progress. They're hammering their way through again. You guys ready to kick off the season? Because I am. Was out for an hour. What I missed? We broke the club transfer record, almost doubled it. Other than that, though, it wasn't a ton. It's not registered. Whoops. All right, let's get rid of the unavailable nonsense, and then we should be able to see everybody that is not registered for the league, which includes loan target Eric Riega, sale target Carlos Meligar, Fabricio Campanero is headed out on loan as well. Kim should be registered. Anyazko, Pierre Diaz, Kinubambo, Abdul Karim Torre, Bakari Dindane, who's back on the team. These guys should be in the registration. Right now, Jafar Baroum as well. Okay. So Pierre is now, you'd say he could improve a lot, right? He had the 4 gold star, but you can't hold a full gold star when you come into that's only a scouting report thing. You don't hold that when you come into the team, so he's always going to look like that. Borges is working on his sale, and now let's remove unavailables. Lancia not there. Okay. Palmeros. Raleigh Fowler. Oh, mine, Carlos, my dude. Development. Develop, Carlos. Develop. You there, and the young guy, the biggest ever transfer in the history of the club, Pierre Diaz. Pierre Diaz. That's the official pronunciation, because the accent, that's what we're going with. Serta Carolina is actually fit and ready to go. Anyways, Katsikis, Daher, Barrientos, Isgrin, Palmeros. Barrientos gets the spot because Duarte rolled his ankle and he's hurt. Because of course he did. And because of course he is. Dindane, where are you? Thank you. Dindane, Anyazko, Oyurawath, Lamine Fall should be there. And Pavlovich and Kim Jong Min and Walter Mabasso. Happy with that bench as well. I think that's a good bench. That feels like a good bench. Okay. They're going Gushkov as the... Yeah, we should definitely close him down. Gushkov is kind of the deep lying player. Boyson and then Pierre Diaz. I think we take Diaz and we put him here. He didn't have that vision though. I think Boyson carrying for João Silva would be the way to do this. And then Diaz goes front post. So Diaz front post. Everybody else is good. Instead of João Silva here, we should have Pierre Diaz, who is able to chase down any elusive breakaway. Actually, honestly, Jason Cerna's the guy that should be there, because also if he gets the ball, he can put it back in with his great passing. All right, chat. Do we give him 9 or 19? What number is Diaz going to make famous? Hey, he's the biggest signing in the history of the club. Pierre Diaz, you get 9. Let's go. He's the biggest signing in the history of the club. If I don't feel comfortable giving him 9, then I'm wrong. Come on, boys. Pierre Diaz is motivated. That's that wicked determination kicking in right there. All right, we're playing former player Alexei Gushkov against a team that just got promoted. I'm expecting a dominant, impressive, fun display. Come on, Pierre. Come on, Pierre. I want to see a good performance out there, Pierre. I want to see a good performance. This is beautiful. That is a beautiful way to start the game and just squeeze them back into their territory. Oh, Isgren, you missed. Onsi, good touch, good pass, good touch. It's fine. Palmero. Oh my God, Palmeros. Okay, all right, buddy. Nice. Oh, there it is. Oh, what? They're going to call my goalkeeper contest by Carolina offside. They're going to call Carolina offside for obstructing the goalkeeper, which I'm going to be honest, one of the more justified times they've called that, Carolina was literally standing right in front of him. Come on, Pierre. Yeah, Pierre. Great play. Oh, he was offside. That's really tight. Palmeiras. It's a great header by Kevin, though. Like before, you know, everything broke loose. I really need to change this. Even direct, small chance of shot, I want Boyson taking it. Indirect, wide, I want Boyson taking it. Always Boyson. Why Carlos Palmeiras is the guy stepping up there is just dumb. If you leave it open, you should just pick the highest guy there. And that is Boyson. Turn. Nice. Cooked one. Silva. Caroline and Boyson. Oh, it's gotta be! Oh, yeah, baby! Woo! Oh. Okay. Just on a plate for Pierre Diaz. 15 minutes into his ODFC career. The record signing is off the mark. Working hard or hardly working, you know what I'm saying, dude? Quick, sell him for 100. I like the way you think. Oh, Katsikis. How, and then this guy bodies off the next defender. Can somebody stop him, please? Have to block the shot. Pierre D. Oh, hello. All right. He's going after him now. Oh, ref! Ref! Protect the 17-year-old, man. Protect him. That's a good hit. Goal! Yeah, that's why we want Boyson on the dead ball. Because he hits it like that. Oh, it's like the little picture of the cat with the... I like it. Thank you, Boyson. Isgren. Doing what big Scandinavians do. Away. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Make the pass. Boyson's one. 1-on-1. Run right by him. No chance this guy can stick with you. Boy, he philandered him.
When is the Moises Diniz statue going to be completed and which gate will it be at?
That goal comes down to Silva being able to receive the ball and get it out quickly to get Boyson one-on-one with their last defender. He just literally runs around him, gets around the keeper, and just passes the ball into the net. Outstanding opening half, boys, to the season. I know it's a lovely draw to start the year. We got a team that just got promoted, but Virgil! What are you doing here? Mr. TJD, though, thank you. The Moises Diniz statue. It's at the training ground. It's at the B team training ground. Moises Diniz holding a coconut. That's the statue. It's great. Nail Coach Sergio, thank you for the 100 bits. Daher. Unleashing the poison upon the populace. Philander him. He did. Hey, that was the philandering. I would hesitate to say that was a skill move, but it kind of looked like it, and so I want to watch this in slow motion. So he has the ball. It's like a rudimentary skill move. He's got the ball in his right foot, snaps it underneath the guy's leg, and passes it to Silva with his left. Isn't that disgusting? Philandered. What? That was pretty sick. Poison. Ooh, he hit that with real venom. Lamine fall. Let's go, Lamine. Oh, this is good. This is really, really good. Baby. Katsiki's out to Palmeiros, who stabs it down first time. Boom, they're out of position. Cerna able to split the defense to Boyson, who's got his second goal of the game. Oh, it all starts with Palmeiros taking that in the short hop, then fall, and then all of a sudden they're all out of position. And Cerna's able to weight a ball into the 6-yard box that Boyson's ridiculous first step is able to get him to. Yeah, Ferenc, welcome to League and Us. Really happy to have you guys here. Way to go, Eastgren. Thank you. Oh, wow. The C's part. Boyson Philander. You do not want to be this guy who's standing in front of Boyson right now. Oh, that was actually a really good pass to an area. Daher. Oh, here we go. Alejandro. Ref. Do the laws of physics not apply because we're winning by 4? What is that call? All right, great match. Diaz got his goal. He looked really promising on the ball. Porto just lost, so 2 cheers for that. 2 cheers for that. Boys and Philander in the absence of Armando Pereira looks... I'm not giving them a rest after the first match of the season. No, I'm not. Obviously, I'm happy with the way the team played. No, I'm not giving them a rest after the first match of the season. Can I get another praise in for Boysen? Excellent finishing, excellent movement. Obviously, the facilitating was great too, but we can't praise both of those things. And hey, Christian, you're not going to play it all this year, but have fun tutoring. I feel like you really are going to have fun tutoring. Boysen's vision's improving. That's what was contributing to all that shiftiness, all that passing. Flanders' goal, a close range finish in the bottom corner, is one of the highlights of the match. It was good goal, but even better performance. I would agree with that. Harry Arter was in the crowd today. Hopefully he's here for Barrientos again. They brought a lot of money last time they wanted to negotiate. I don't care what the other manager said. I'm not going to get caught in this row that you guys are stirring. Hey, Cash! The 10 de gifto from Cash. Caleris, Lovehawk, Okie Sport, OWAM, Major, Vinska, Alka, Cremier, Thids, and someone. Welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon, enjoy the emotes, and enjoy being part of an elite online gaming community. Emil. Oh my god, he's a free agent. Emil, how you doing, man? Emil. Weird career. Arsenal to an immediate loan to Huddersfield, loan to Montpellier, loan to Burnley, went back to Arsenal, didn't play. Loan to Freiburg, where he played in the Bundesliga for 32 matches. Back to Arsenal, didn't play. Derby County buys him for $14.5 million. He's a rotational player for 2 years. Free move to Brentford, who then get promoted while he plays 39 matches, and then he plays 4 matches in the Prem. Fulham buy him for $13 million. He gets promoted with Fulham, plays 11 matches in the Prem. Then Lokomotiv Kazanka, that's their second team. He gets bought by Lokomotiv Moscow, where he plays 1 season, including 3 appearances with their B team, and now he makes an appearance as a free agent. Well, that wasn't the best version of Emil Smith-Rowe I've ever seen. Why didn't you give him the 10 shirt? Well, I mean, it's taken. Armando Pereira has a preference for the 10 shirt, and I'm not going to anger Armando, but we'll see. We'll see. He probably just isn't good enough to play at a Premier League level, which means he probably won't stick with us. Unless he's got a good personality. How close do you think we are to winning the Champions League? I mean, look, we lost in the quarterfinals of the Champions League in extra time. If you do that, you can win. You can win the Champions League if you do that. It's true. So, like, if we can do that, we can win the Champions League. And so every season that we go into, I know we can win the Champions League. Emil Smith-Rowe joining the club on a trial. Oh, the ODFC Raheem Sterling. Where to begin with an homage? Where to begin with an homage to you? Angel Zamudio, you were the biggest signing in club history when you joined from Pumas. Your potential turned out to not be as high as we thought, but yet still somehow You cemented a starting spot for the better part of 4 seasons. Bagging goals, creating assists, making magical plays against people that are not nearly as fast as you. Mexican national team has never paid attention to you, and nobody ever seemed to appreciate the type of quality that you brought, but you are an ODFC best overall 11 player for a reason. And you move on to Real Zaragoza in hope that you will receive recognition from Mexico as your playing time was going to be lessened this year. It was time before we offered you a new contract. Thanks for the love and the hate and the memories. Angel Zamudio. This man raised the he raised the Portuguese Cup in Liga NOS and Liga NOS and Liga NOS, and he was great. Seasonal best 11 last year. Seasonal best 11 the year before. He was a 4-time inclusion in the ODFC seasonal best 11. He was named Portuguese Premier League Team of the Week 5 times. And now he moves. Real Zaragoza. He's a good lad. I'm happy with the time you've spent here on Hell. It's just time to make the move. It's just time to make the move. Emil Smith-Rowe, welcome. And Zamudio on Real Zaragoza. It's a nice big contract to play in what I believe is La Liga. Yeah, I think they're a lower La Liga team on Hell. Have fun. I really mean that. I'm gonna miss that man. He was so interestingly entertaining. He would never do what we expected, but he was capable of doing amazing things. He scored some amazing goals. I mean, like full length of the field runs. Yeah, he will actually be going to join Borges on that club as long as Borges negotiates a deal with Zaragoza. I can't imagine he'd turn it down playing in the Liga. How many hours on Steam has he put into the game this year? About 1,500. Who'd we replace Zamudio with? We signed Pierre Diaz. $32 million release clause, biggest signing in club history for a 17-year-old from Spain. Scored in his first match, which was nice. Paul Bergart's vision, big concern, and that is annoying. And this is a poacher. It's a poacher. I freaking hate poachers, man. It's on loan from Inter. Inter. Really? Hair Skip, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime, my dude. Welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon. Enjoy the emotes. Throw those emotes around like there's no tomorrow. You have them now and you spent Bezos money to get it. Such a weird mix of French and Spanish names. Is he Basque by chance? Perhaps. I forget what club we signed him from, actually. Estoril Praia want Diogo Santos on a free deal. $1. No! Homie. Bro! The club is ruined! We needed to make that deal to stay afloat financially. How am I possibly going to buy a candy bar at the vending machine today without that sale? It's the worst, man. It's the freaking worst. Patrick Berg. We have a player lookup. He's at Espanyol. He's had a good career, it would seem. Moved to Espanyol young. PSG bought him and then flipped him for basically the same amount of money after they were like, eh. And then he just became a legend at Espanyol. Took one season to kind of acclimate. Not a full-time first-team player. Then he's laid down at least a 6.9 and usually over a 7.0, playing almost every game every year. It's just a great career, honestly. This is the sort of career that you want. You go to a club, you're a feature man for a long time, you're getting your good contracts, you're playing for Norway, 75 caps, 7 goals. That's great. Hopefully he's won a competition or something. He did win the Ligue 1 Uber Eats with PSG, but that's it. That's his only trophy. That in a promotion championship in the Swedish or the Norwegian second division with Bodo Glimt. They are Norwegian. Be weirder if they weren't, I think. What's up, Otto? How you doing? Is there 2 strikers a lot better than 1 this year? Yeah, I go with 2 strikers. That's what I wanted basically my 4-3-3, but I wanted to do it with 2 central forwards, and that's what we do with our tactic. That's the way we've set it up. Eagles with the gifted. Oh my God. Eagles throwing it down and gifted to Doc Gruel. Doc Gruel, you're in the Hammers. Enjoy it. Throw those emotes around. You got bacon next to your name. Tom Bonero headed out. Chipua. Like a transfer offer instead. Calvin Kai. Oh my God, Luke Edwards to Fleetwood Town. Let's see. Let's see what kind of loans we can cultivate here. Come on. You know you want it. You know you want it. God, it's the worst signing I've ever made. Every time I look at him, I want to cry. Did I say that out loud? Cutchin, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Portuguese second division. Go get that bread, Luke. Go get that bread in the Portuguese second division. Be that man. Wait, did his potential go? Did it go further down? Don't even tell it. Don't even tell me that it went further down. Oh. Season ticket sales. Yeah, John Chipua. 73,000. All right. I was going to let him go for free. He's all yours. The Malawi national team's starting striker, John Chipua. Where's Zamudio? He's been sold. I paid 7, thank you. 7 and 7, 7.5, something like that for Luke Edwards. It was half my transfer budget at the time, which is deeply concerning. Yes. He took the contract. We'll say our goodbyes in a second. Let's just handle our other business that's come across the desk today.
Another month of bacon, please. Up the Luke Edwards, club legend in the making.
Whoa, this dude is literally all the pace. He is all of the pace. This dude's just on the Paraguayan national track team. He does nothing else, doesn't have great potential, but man, he works hard and he's fast. This would be such a fun guy to see in like the National League. He'd just destroy people, even though he doesn't really know how to play the sport. Eduardo Figueroa on it. I feel like our scouts are really crushing, like turning in these reports. Zenon Omarovich. Can't sign him, thanks. Nuruddin Bin Abid. Maybe. started scouting Abdulkadir Amir. Abdulkadir Amir has been giving me so many problems for so long, I find it hard to believe he's not that good. Ladies and gentlemen, the end of the road for Enrique Borges. Just wanted to see his all-time attribute improvement. We got 1 dribbling, 2 long shots. Physically improved some, but not a ton. He did get faster, which is what we were working on for a while. Got smarter. Enrique Borges signed for $625,000 from Braga 4 years ago. He did not immediately become a presence around the first team, but his physicality is finishing. He scored one of the biggest goals in club history. We can take a trip down memory lane here, but he scored a gigantic goal for us. Not then here. I think it was here. In the Europa League, yeah, it was semifinal, I mean quarterfinals, didn't he score a goal or like here? I mean, playing on the road, this was a heartbreaker, man. We were going to extra time. We gave up a 94th minute goal to lose, but the guy that started the rally was Enrique Borges. In the 60th minute on the road at Ellen Road, Leeds, in the Europa League semifinal. And it was Borges who got played through and had the composure to score an absolutely filthy goal. He scored another 4 minutes later, and he almost inspired a trip to the Europa League final. Enrique will never forget that contribution, or your near 20 goals for the club. Should be able to see his face as we send him off here. Thank you, Enrique. I think you ended up being better than I hoped. Have a great time at Real Zaragoza, and we'll enjoy the $20 million. With the sale of Zemedion Borges, we have paid for our transfer in. Enrique, it's been fun, but the moving and shaking of this transfer window, some people had to be sent out, and you're one of the guys that gets sent out. So sorry, man. Well, I'd love a new training report. Have a look and know that people aren't hating on me for the way the training's going now that we've been able to balance it out a little bit. Had some people that were pretty upset about training. Come on, this is the worst one you've offered. You're going the wrong direction. There are 300 players on this list. And the worst one is Burkinabe Aime Simon. Yo, Maliev with the 3 gifted. Neo, Jexter, and It's Fish. You're now part of the Hammers. Thank you so much, Maliev, for throwing down the 3. Reclaiming the top spot for gifter after Cash threw down 10 gifted subs earlier today. Crossfire Live, thank you. Up the Luke Edwards. Okay. Kutchin, thanks for the Prime. Hair Skip, thank you so much for the Prime as well. We have Kozlowski as a lookup, so we'll do that. I feel like we've looked for this guy before and we couldn't find him. But there he is. Shandong Lunin Taishan. He came from Sheshin. Went to Enter. Played pretty terribly at Enter, and yet they sold him for a profit to Celtic, where he did end up playing pretty well for a season, 2 seasons. But the second season was his amazing piece. And then Shandong came in with 36 million for him, and he has been balling out in China. It's Shandong Luning. And they won the Chinese Cup. They won the Super League. They won the FA Cup. Again. So he's got 2 cups, 2 Super Leagues, a Super Cup. He's got 3 leagues. 3 leagues, 2 cups, a Super Cup. He won the Scottish Premiership and the Scottish Cup. No, he didn't win the Bradford. A lot of trophies for Kozlowski. 84 caps, 12 goals for the Polish player, too. Cash with the 2 gifteds. Like, nope, I'm taking that back with 127 on the board. Holman and Bisanoxy, thank you for the gifteds. Or congrats on existing, I mean. Cash. That's for you. Eagles throwing down the gifted sub as well, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you, Lord Cabe. You're now in the Hammers. So's Chicken Man. Thank you for the tier 1 Chicken Man. Slacker Chance, thank you for the 3 months, and congrats on your cooked bacon. But Maliev has gone. Maliev's gone for the haymaker here. But what I think we can do, definitely chat, show the love for Cash and Maliev have both gifted a ton of subs this month. Maliev throwing down a 20 gifted subs. Gigantic 20 gifted. Lazy Speedy, Nico, Mart, The Death, Buddy, WAFC, Liam, Lay, Fernandez, Patchy, Ross, Dom, Thorax, Psycho, Gav, Kason, Teak, Panther, Tumsy, Weak Potato, and CR7. You are now in the Hammers. And Eagles is like, well, I'm going to get in on this. I got 5 gifteds on the table. Branham, Starling, the Bram, Jens, the Man, and Frederico. You're in the Hammers just like that. Get me in on this, he says. If you got your bacon, be sure to say thank you, right? And enjoy it. Throw around those emotes. Get in the subsection of the Discord and just enjoy being part of the Hammers. Like, bada bing, bada boom. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. No, I did the lookup at Kozlowski, and I did Berg, and we did Emil Smith-Rowe. I'm all caught up. Thanks, Bob. Ben Swansea, the mod. The mod from the top row. 5 more gifteds from Ben. Alex, Jeff, Cool Fish, Dak, Corey, you're all in the Hammers. You've got bacon. You've got emotes that you can throw around at your earliest convenience. Well, they're interested in Serta now. A couple of offers for Dahl. Excuse me, sir. He's my backup goalkeeper. Thank you very much. Like Sona want Dahl. Sirius want Carl Dahl. I understand. Cash with 10. Cash is like, I might not reel you in, but I'm going to throw down some gifteds as well. Dude, what an insane wave of gifteds. 20 from Maliev. Eagles is thrown down 7. Cash 10. Ben 5. Cash, thank you. Incredibad, Lungle, Spikes, Ursus, Matt, Petter, Mokes, Sieben, Pony, and Bisterdo. You are now part of the Hammers. Bada bing, a bada boom. Brighton and Hove Albion are now interested in Jason Serna. Again, where is the top level interest for a guy like Serna? I don't get it. If I was Real Madrid or something, that's the type of dude I'd be looking at. Right? I mean, he is really good. Who is it now? Cash with 10 more. Unreal chat. Cash throws down 10 more gifted subs. Welcome to the Hammers. Boar Magneton's like, screw this. I have my prime. I'm in. Give me the bacon. Give me the emotes. Lloyd, King, Alba, Lord, Spurdy, Scythe, Shimmix, Slarty, Kata, Imharitz, Kaluster, you are now part of the Hammers. Cash with 10 more gifted subs. Oh my god. Yep. Out of all of the noises, that is the noise I decided to make. Thank you for your concern. 10 more! The battle for gifted sub king is white hot. Cash throws down 10 more gifted subs. Lord Cash with 30 gifted. Maliev has thrown down a fat 20. Ben with 5. Eagles is throwing down 7. The gifted subs are flying. The charity is flying. Welcome to the Hammers if you're catching one. Make sure you throw the emotes and really make sure you get in the subsection of the Discord. My Pride, Marge, Granger, Duke, Mr. Law, Homie, Bernard, Max, Eld, and Stelly. You are now in the Hammers. Michter's like, screw it, I'm in. 5 gifteds. From Michter. Oompa Loompa Suplex. Sun Legendary Oxed. Big Boned. And Kaner, you're now in the Hammers. Bacon emotes. Boom! It's like Oprah's up on stage. I couldn't have said it better myself. Eagles! With 3 more times. Mary and Phone, you're now in the Hammers. Eagles is at 10 gifted. Michter, thank you again for the 5. The Hammers are burgeoning. Well, what is always interesting is a large percentage of the Hammers always start being part of the Hammers. They start being part of the Hammers from a gifted sub, Ivan. And that's a thank you for the 2nd gifted from Ivan to Big Artie. And Automatrix just gifted a tier 3, a tier 3 sub. We stand. We stand. Just gifted a tier 3 sub. A tier 3 sub gifted by Otto. Ivan, thank you for the gifted sub. Mad Mark, you are now in the Hammers, and you've got golden emotes and everything else. And Ballpark's like, I'm not waiting any longer. Here's the Twitch Prime. The Bezos Bucks. Welcome to the Hammers. Josue Gutierrez. We have been watching Josue since he was in Bolivia, and we failed to sign him, and he decided to go to, where are you? Vitoria Guimarães. No, you went to Rio Ave instead of us, and then you went to Vitoria. We missed on you both times. And now we might finally be too good for you, Josue. We might finally be too good for you. Mustafa Mendes made his move. Fabian Nürnberger could be some nice experience for the team. Federico Casuriaga. Ah, you're just a 20-heading aerial influence kind of guy, huh? Dinamo Zagreb is through the 2nd round against Astana. Shout out to them. Congratulations to them. Don't know why they're playing on a Tuesday. I imagine everybody else will be playing on this Wednesday to try and get to the 3rd round, but Zagreb's a team that should be getting there. Where'd we sell Samudio and how much? 21.5 million with 10 of that million paid out over the next 3 years. So it's 10.5 up front, then 10.5 over the next 3 years. Every 6-month payment. So it's like 6 payments of like, you know, 1.7 million or something. 1.8 million. Rieg is on the move. Catch you later. Have a great time in the Bundesliga, Riega. Barrientos, thank you. Please put that offer on the table. Kim Jong-min feels that training to improve his passing is not beneficial. Well, what do you feel would be beneficial? Training to improve your shooting? I also feel that might be beneficial, Kim Jong-min. I would have to agree, your shooting is a bit of a disappointment. You think it does care if your scout has knowledge of the country. The longer your scout is in an area, you'll notice the knowledge they develop of those countries will go up. Food to design. They are learning those countries and teams and players. Otto with another gifted tier 3. Otto just gifted a second tier 3 sub to Devrine. Welcome to the Hammers. What's up, Kalisting? Otto with 60 gifted subs, and I swear all of them are tier 3s. The man is a madman. Duarte back to full training. Cool. And we just need to keep Sebastian Duarte developing as a player. Please. Searching for scouts that have knowledge of Africa. Well, if they have good adaptability and determination, they can get that knowledge pretty quickly. Another thing that helps is speaking the language. French speakers to West Africa is the most common hack here. French speakers to West Africa, maybe a French speaker to North Africa could help as well. Something that can allow them to acclimate to those countries faster. English in Southern Africa. Think two pressing forwards work together? Yeah, that totally could work. I've seen people do it before. Why is Dinamo Zagreb asking 40 million for a 16-year-old guy that is not even a wonder kid? I haven't found any good cheap South American guys. Am I doing something? No, you're not doing something bad. No, you're not. They're just, that's what they're asking for. And if you can declare interest, try and unsettle him, get him to move the asking price down so that they can't try and hold him. But if he's under contract for a long time and they know he's good.
Ramsey, please. Keep up the good work, my guy.
You're kind of screwed. Vitor Vasco, not so fast. Damani Lingwadi to the Cape Town Spurs, not so fast. Carolinen continues to improve. He now has immaculate ball control on the move as well. The amount of improvement that this guy has pulled off since he got here is pretty insane. I mean, look at his ball control. Good God, 4 and 3 on his ball control. He already could pass. He was already a decent athlete. He's obviously gotten better at all of that, right? He's gotten better aerially, jumping reach wise. He's gotten smarter. But oh my, his ability to control the ball has changed. He was a 13-13 at dribbling and first touch when he joined the club. He's now a 17-16. It's awesome.
We won the Champions League yet?
No, not quite yet. We're working on it. Final third should just be decision making and composure. We want that.
Happy 1 year. Just been promoted to the EPL after a super lucky playoff promotion.
Nice.
My club then got bought and given transfer embargo my whole summer transfer window. Send help.
Hey. Oi, dude. Oi. Do I want Tariq Lamptey? I might actually sign this guy. An experienced fullback sub on either side who's a Brunson burner. Plays with intelligence, brings that Man City experience from 5 years with a very good club. Well, you know, maybe. Jake, thank you for the prime. Welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon and the emotes, and appreciate you doing it with Bezos money. But Hungry Hagrid, congratulations on your year. And congratulations on your promotion. Good luck when you were back in the championship. Mombot just threw 15 gifteds. Oh, mama mia. Adam, thank you for the 4 months. I will look up Calvin Ramsey right now as we freaking hit the knobs. He's playing for Ross County. So he's moved. Aberdeen had him. He was a rotational player. Didn't play his last year there. Gets a free move to Aloha Athletic in the championship. Bert just grinds for 3 years. They get relegated. He's playing there again. Aloha Athletic then sell him for $54,000 to Livingston, where he plays well in the championship again for 2 years. And then Ross County picks him up on a free in the championship. So it's been a championship's journeyman life. And he has been the runner-up in 4 cup competitions, 5 cup competitions. But he's never won a trophy, Calvin Ramsey. And he's only capped U19 for Scotland. Kinda stinks. Andy, I'm sorry. Free, thank you for the 9 months and working on the Champions League. Mombot with the 15 gifted. Red Star, Reneve, Cool, Hacked, Watford, Ziston, Games, Service, Sonic, Makota, Caged, Lemur, Madeira, Yashiro, and Jeff Badman. You're in the hammers. Mombot. Incredible. And then Coleman gets the gifted. Maliev's like, I'm going to throw one down. One gifted sub. Guys, you know what I didn't see enough of there is the Mombot emote. Okay, we've got our emote specifically equipped for this situation. There is a Mombot. She is Mombot. Mombot emote abound. I know Saravich, he's not going to want the contract right now. Andy with the gifted to Mazur. Showing the love to Mombot for the 15 gifted subs, the all-time leading gifter, and I really don't think that's ever going to change. Our financials say we're still at 100 million after spending $32 million to bring in a right wing. We can add Tariq Lamptey.
Zianxianxi.
Oh, I thank you, good sir. He's reserved. We're talking significant professionalism on this guy, a player that played for Man City all the way to the end of his contract. 3 years is a bit much. I'm going to lock this on 2. And I'm going to have a heavily bonus-laden contract. I'm talking Team of the Year bonus at $350,000. I'm talking international cap bonus that is huge. Assist bonus that is huge. Appearance bonus that is huge. A Champions League final bonus that is significant. And I would like to, Samson, I'm going to remove that stuff. We're going to go 2 years, and I want to have a reasonable negotiation here. 2.39, I think, is definitely reasonable over these 2 years. Come on, if he gets Team of the Year, I'll give you 450. Come on, big dog Samson. Mr. Patience over here. I'll give you a nice fat goal bonus at a 2.52. Samson. How long have we known each other, Samson? Don't burn this bridge down over this. Samson, take the freaking deal. I'm paying you a boatload of agent fees. Okay. Try and get it done on deadline day. I want to bring him in. Molly! Oh my God. Molly with 20 gifted subs. JJ, Professor, Explosive, Dreen, Damo, Rard, Oed Monkero, Tung, Barris, Mostly, Sarah's, Dalby, Zager, Henri, Fjord, Bloody, Gavin, Moida, Adam, and JP is game. You are now in the freaking hammers. 20 gifted. Yo, this is for this sub war right here. Let's get it poppin'. Ladies and gentlemen, we've flown right through our hard stop time in order to cleanse the chakras, but we do actually have to call it today. Got to go get to work and such. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We're going to go raid somebody. We are going to go raid somebody. Woohoo! Who are we raiding, you might be asking? Well, I don't know. Maybe this dude who's just kind of vibing here. He seems like he actually just got raided by somebody. So let's go somewhere else. Somewhere we've never gone before. It's honestly kind of hard to do sometimes. Like we've been most places. Let's check out. Let's see. Thank you guys. I hope your chakras are feeling wonderfully cleansed. This dude's just talking to chat. Just seems like he's chilling. He's with Ipswich. Let's do it. Yeah, we raided Dupe pretty recently. We always try and mix it up. I like Dupe, though. Let's hop in on this raid first. This dude, 210 followers, kind of just popping in on his journey. Streaming journey. Get your copy pasta ready. We're going in. Now, this guy, he's got 2 viewers right now, right? He's me 3 years ago. So we need, you come in really hot, but we're going to have to explain what we're doing early. We'll see what kind of stuff we run into, but let's go make this dude's day. And let's go hang out with him, Let's go hang out with him, all right? Let's go freaking hang out with him or something, all right? We're just going to go hang out. I'm just going to go hang out with him, right? That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to go hang out. I just want to say hi. I'll be on tomorrow. I'll see you then. Keep it easy, breezy, and beautiful. Oh, say, can you raid